Happy to see so many people are enjoying the new profile picture / banner that I had commissioned. I quite like them myself. I think we were definitely due for a change of pace, and the artist did not disappoint. The artist was Spinio or Spinio over on Fiverr, actually. It seems like the easiest outlet for me to reach out to somebody. So yeah, it worked out really well. If I was a good streamer, I would have their link and everything ready to go here, but you can find it on the About page of my channel section as well, so. How are we doing tonight, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. I hope you are as well, Mariah. I am enjoying my day so far. It's been a day off work. Those are always nice. Gearing up for 5 days in a row, which is uncommon at my job, but it does happen from time to time. Either way, we got a few little traditional things to get started off with here. First of which, most important, obviously, will we find the cactus fruit tonight? I'm not going to sway the vote at all, but you guys know how the drill goes. You guys know there's only one way that we find the cactus fruit tonight. You need to vote accordingly. You need to vote with your heart, your mind, your soul, everything. Put it all into it. Have a good day. Thank you, Haley. Thank you. It's a good quote to start us off. 2,272 garbage cans deep. Still no cactus fruit. You hate to see it. Hello from Florida. Hello from Alberta, Lily. Happy to have you here. I love having a worldly chat. What year / season is it right now? Exclamation point year. The season is summer, and I believe it's year 4, but you know, they all start to blur together at a certain point. Either way, while we let that poll run, I will show off pardon me. Show off our new fan art. Only got one piece today, but that's totally fine. Let's go ahead and pop on over. This is so adorable. This piece by Abin over in the Discord. Just a nice interpretation of Chloe and Haley at the flower dance. We got all dolled up with the nice yellow skirt, and in this interpretation, like in-game, I wasn't as huge of a fan of it. The artistic rendition is always better, though. We know that to be a true fact, and this does not disappoint. And fear not, this may show, you may be confused, why is Haley holding a cactus fruit in this image, and why, if she has one, why would she not just give one to us? It's just an ornamental cactus fruit brooch. I'm fairly certain. I've looked closely. I've done the analysis, because I know Haley wouldn't do a sturdy like that. If she had one, she would have thrown it in the trash forever ago, and we would have dug it out, so it's fine. She wants coconuts, not cactus fruits, so... Either way, thank you very much to Abin for this lovely piece of fan art. If you'd like to share your own fan art, exclamation point Discord, there is a channel in the Discord for doing that exact thing. You can also tweet it at me, at Argon Matrix. However you want to get it to me. Let me know how you want to be credited, if you want to be credited, if you want to share it at all, or if you just want to be private. For now, though, let's get this show on the road. Sitting at a clean 76% of chat believing that we will get the Zombo... Not Zombo. I was reading Zombo's message in chat, but that we will get the cactus fruit tonight. We have Zombo in chat. We also have Decay. Really love this style. I do too. It's a really, really cute, clean style for the fan art. Ooh, what is this song? Alright. Enough about the song. Let me just go ahead and actually get Stardew Valley loaded up. Nice and proper. I will pause the music. That was Piano Solo by Elliot, by the way. Clapping for Elliot. That was a great performance. All right. Pop me on over here. Oh man, it's so much more spacious than I remember. I forgot that we got all these like house upgrades, the renovations and everything last time. It's kind of nice. So, order of business for today. You might be able to guess. There are some little bends and twists we're going to throw into the formula, though, as we often do. But right now, we're focused on getting as many crystallariums as possible for our maximum jade potential, as well as cactus fruit grinding. We do want to get something good for the luau, but I already have an idea of what we can do for that, so don't worry about it. How new is the updated logo? Noah, it was just created today. Just delivered to me today, and it was, I mean, the first incarnation of it was delivered a few days ago, then it had some revisions, and here's where we are now. I just created it today. I hope you're all right there, Zombo. It sounds like you've had quite the traumatic experience with a burrito. That could be taken out of context, but don't. All right. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? We got the luau coming up, so we'll make sure to have something ready for that. The other thing I want to do is catch a sturgeon at some point, because we need to do that in order to eventually get sturgeon roe to create caviar, which we need to ship as part of our shipping perfection requirements. And sturgeon are available only in, or I don't know if they're only in summer, but I know that they are available in summer, so that's where my head's at right now. You might as well knock that one out while I'm thinking about it, because I'm pretty sure I don't have any other sturgeon on hand yet. As long as we have one, we'll be all right. We can let the fish pond grow from there. We got nothing but time, and time is really all you need when it comes to those things. Thank you very much for popping in with the well wishes there, Skyroar. Enjoy your D&D session. I haven't had a good D&D session in a long time. Partially my fault for not being like as available as I'd like to be, and partially, you know, just schedules of friends not coinciding. You know how it goes. It's the unfortunate reality of adult life sometimes. All right. Off to a good clean start here. So, what time... I should have looked into this beforehand, but I'm bad, so I'm going to get you to do the work for me. What time do sturgeons come out to play? I want to be ready to go catch one. I don't think that there's like a super restrictive time limit. I don't know exactly when it is, though, throughout the days of summer. After 6? That seems 6 a.m. till 7 p.m. for sturgeon. So, okay, after 6 a.m. maybe you mean. If you meant after 6 p.m., I was about to be very confused, because I'm pretty sure that's not the case. That sounds too late. Before 7 p.m. Okay, so we just got to get there, well, in plenty of time. And we have lots of fishing experience. If any fish gives us trouble after the insane grind that was the legend and the glacier fish, then I'll be quite surprised. I've heard tell of the scorpion carp. Once we eventually get to the desert, that might be a bit of a run for our money, but I don't think it can compete anywhere near with the legend, especially how restrictive the legend is to catch, being only one season and when it's raining, so. All right. No luck on our first day. I always worry a little bit that I'll just get the cactus fruit like instantaneously at the start of a stream, and then I'll have to like fill out the rest of the stream with like no idea what to do, because I'll be so... It's gonna blindside me at some point, and I don't know when. That's honestly one of the scariest things about this cactus fruit grind, is that we have no idea when it's actually gonna finish, because it's just so random. So it could be literally at the start of the stream, it could be at the end of the stream, it could be sometime in the middle. Who really knows? Alright, let's go to the mines, just as an intermediary between us and the lake here. I've gotten an artifact from one of those spots in a long time, I think. Okay, sturgeon, let's get it. Might as well get this one out of the way nice and early. I also do want to clear out the quarry at some point this stream, which I think means that I probably want to craft a lot of bombs. It's not, they're not the easiest things to craft, and I would like to eventually invest in, like, being able to trade for them with quartz at the Desert Trader. So we might sacrifice a few of our crystallariums for that eventuality. But for now, I can definitely make a little sacrifice to get some bombs going at least. Because otherwise, clearing out the quarry is going to take too long, in my estimation. We need more cactus fruit emojis for the harvest. Hard agree. The more cactus fruit emojis, the better. Well, I gotta be careful. It's a single finger curls on the monkey's paw as chat explodes with nothing but cactus fruit-based emojis for the rest of time. There's our sturgeon. We only need one, so I think we'll be fine. We'll save that for later. I don't know when we're going to do that, when we're going to do the sturgeon roe, but we do need sturgeon roe at some point for the caviar, so let's just let it sit for now. We'll let it marinate in our fish chest, as so many other fish have. Some of these are from year 1, I'm pretty sure, these guys in here, so I don't know how they're faring, but they look as good as the day we caught them, is all I'll say. Alright, that out of the way, I can go ahead and throw my fishing rod back over here. And we'll head on over to the mines for more resource gathering. Because we need a lot of gold, we need a lot of stone for Crystallarium Town. Whatever it's going to be. Although I think I might, instead of going to the gold floors, like floors 80 and below, I might go to iron floors. Because I want a bunch of iron to create bombs. Because bombs, just the regular ones, which are probably the most effective while still not being super expensive. Compared to things like, compared to the Mega Bomb. They require, I believe, 4 iron ore and a single piece of coal. We can make that happen for sure in that, by grinding out that little section of the mines. Oh my god, what the hell? That was just a little, like, gourmet, this is, did we sign up for HelloFresh or something? What the heck is this? All the ingredients we could ever want in a single package. That is very, very nice. The sugar especially. We've been waiting on more sugar. Super crate. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That was I didn't even know that could happen. I thought it could only be one ingredient at a time. I thought, man. That's like in Dark Souls or Elden Ring, where you like you see an enemy drop an item and you go like, oh, I wonder what this could be, and then you pick it up and it's like 60 different things at once. It just fills up your entire screen. It was a little overwhelming, but also very awesome. Alright, do I have a spare chest, like, just lying around? I don't think I do, but I have, like, more than enough wood to make one, obviously. Actually, you know what? We'll make this one. I know stone is a precious resource for us, but we need to make a stone chest eventually anyway. For crafting purposes, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we will transplant our jade to the Crystallarium area, closer to it anyway. We'll throw it up here for now, just to, you know, mix it in with the machines. All right. Is there a better color we can make? Can you even change the color of a stone chest? I would have to imagine you can. That works. I really do like the look of stone chests. I wish they. I mean, I should make more of them for sure. Maybe max house upgrade adds to the chances? Could be. I honestly haven't looked onto the supply crates page for a long time on the wiki. All I know is that it is possible to get everything we need, and I didn't look too much more beyond that into like the odds or what all the possible options are. I just know that they are there, which is why we chose the beach farm to begin with, so. Okay. So we're looking for big pockets of stone and or iron ore. Ace and point. There's probably a better floor to do this on, though, so maybe we try... What if we try, like, floor 45 or something? Hey, Creatrix, thank you for the $5 super chat. Coming in saying, I've been pretty busy to catch you live lately, so had to catch up on the VODs. No worries. Congrats, belated congrats on the legend. You got this. Thank you very much. It was quite a momentous occasion. I'm glad that that grind is behind us. We have many other grinds to look forward to in the future, though, so it's far, far from over. Thank you for the support. Looks like a streamer trunk? Or a steamer trunk. A streamer trunk. I was about to say, what the heck's a streamer trunk? Is this a new trend that I'm not caught up on? But no, you said steamer trunk. You're right. The stone chests do look really... They got that steampunk vibe to them. No doubt, no doubt. We have the poll is still ongoing. I normally close it off earlier than this, but I wanted to let it ride. We have 81% of chat believing right now that we will get the cactus fruit this stream. I'm going to go ahead and call that poll right now. 81% is, I think, lower than last stream. I think last stream was hanging around 85%. Like I said, I didn't want to sway the vote, so I didn't say anything, but we do need 100%. We need a bare minimum of 100% if we want to actually get the cactus fruit this stream. So I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that. I should say every percentage closer to 100 adds an extra roll of the dice to get the cactus fruit. I need to not explore the floors as much. I need to do like quick glance and go. I'm gonna do proper resource grinding. I need to get my head in the game again. Statistically, that's absolutely wrong. We don't operate by statistics around here. We operate by hardonomics. Do you believe it in your heart to be true? Then it can be true. And don't let anyone convince you otherwise. There's a universe out there where we get the cactus fruit this stream. Are we living in that timeline? I can't tell you yet. We'll have to find that one out together. This is not working out so hot. Is there a better floor to try this on? 55? Or am I just getting, like, supremely unlucky? We'll do floor 40 again, because I know that's a good one for iron ore, at least. Whether it's good for stone remains to be seen. Alright. Looks like the individual flour, sugar, oil is not an option anymore, so it should all be triple loot due to your upgrades. Really? I didn't realize that I had eliminated the potential for like just getting flour or sugar on its own or whatever. That's good to know, actually. But I mean, either way, we're still going to get there eventually. Only a matter of time and patience. Hitting dust sprites is good for coal when you see them. True, I should probably invest in that. Oh my gosh. Crystal floor? How many crystals can there be on us? This is insane. I don't super need a lot of coal, because I have a lot of coal at home already, but it is better to have it and not need it, I suppose, than to need it and not have it. Is that saying from somewhere, have it and not need it, but need it and not have it? Or, like, is that from something that people know, or is that just like an idiom in general that I've just picked up on over my life? I feel like it's a more general one, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a reference to something or somewhere or someone. Hold on to that, just so we can keep a running track of how good we're doing. I'm also going to store the sashimi here for now. A little extra inventory space, not that we super need it. Feel like it's just a general idiom. It's a good saying. It really is. It's like, when I first heard that, I was like, ooh, that one hits a bit different, you know? I like idioms. Anyone in chat got a favorite idiom? Run it by me. I'm nothing if not a word connoisseur, a language connoisseur, if you will, at least as far as like the English language goes. I would definitely like to learn other languages at some point in my life. I know French, obviously, and I know a little bit of Spanish. There was a time in my life where I was starting to learn Japanese, but it never took off. I was too busy with other things, and I just didn't have the time to commit to it. I would really like to go back to learn some other languages, though, for sure. If you buy cheap, you'll end up paying later. I've never heard that one. That's actually a really good idiom, though. Your friends are your favorite idioms. Touche. Touche. Pray for the best, prepare for the worst. Another classic banger of an idiom. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. I've never heard that one. That sounds a little, like, ominous, almost intimidating in a way. You've opened this can of worms, now lie in it. I mean, I've heard you make your bed, now lie in it, but, which never quite made sense to me. Like, if you make your bed, shouldn't you, like, you're not gonna lie in it. You do that after you lie in it. Unless I've been living a lie my whole life here. I guess you, like, there have been times, I guess, where you make your bed before you lie in it, just to make it more comfortable and more orderly to lie in. I am really bad about not making my bed in general, because I live by myself, and the only one I have to impress is me, and I guess my cat, but she doesn't really care either way. In fact, probably for her, the worse the bed is made, the better, because she's got those nice little lumps in the comforter, those where like the duvet pot like pillows together that she can lie in. She likes those. But yeah, I'm really bad about making it most of the time. So oftentimes I do end up making it before bed because it's gotten all my sheets and everything have gotten out of whack. They've gotten all like tangled and stuff, and I have to like make it, and then I can lie in it properly for a good night's sleep. Don't get mad, get even. Quote by Gandhi. I don't know if the attribution is correct on that one. Ooh, 3 hardwood. 3 hardwood in the barrel is worth 2 in the hand. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. So easy to make incorrect quotes. Jesse, what the hell are you talking about? Quote from the Dalai Lama. Civilization, Gandhi. That's so funny to me that the whole idea of, like, Gandhi in the Civilization games, because he's like, I've never really played much of the Civilization games, but I know that Gandhi is infamous for being, like, ultra aggressive in those games. And that was the result of some kind of programming oversight, I'm pretty sure. It was like, in the original Civilization, or whichever one Gandhi was first introduced in, I assume it was the first one, all the characters you go up against have, like, an aggression level out of 10. I think I remember being told this story. I don't remember when, but this rings true in my mind. I just remember being fascinated by it, because I like programming, computer science, and all that stuff. But for Gandhi, like, his programming, his aggression level was set to 1, I think. But then he had some kind of, like, passive, or there was some way to, like, reduce his aggression level by 2 points, which should have lowered it to 0 and, like, stuck it at 0. But because of the way it was programmed, it underflowed and became, like, the integer maximum limit out of 10. So he was just, like, ultra aggressive. It's so wild. Computers just, that's just the prime example of computers do exactly what you tell them to do and nothing more, nothing less. You tell it to subtract 2 from a number and it doesn't know how to handle a negative number, it's just going to do what it knows best and go to the maximum possible limit. Computers are wild, man. Yeah, it was. I believe the limit would have been 255 out of 10 at that point for that type of number. Cat girls are pretty lit. George Washington said that. I don't know if George Washington... I mean, I don't know him personally. I don't know him much beyond Hamilton. He'd probably be alright with cat girls, though. So we're not going to actually end up smelting pretty much any of this iron ore, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I'm just going to make it all into bombs and just see where that puts us. We can go a little bit. We can do one more little dive here. I'll even sip up just to get an extra speed boost, personally. I will take the extra stone and call it there, I think. So 95 ore, that's going to be what? That's like 23 bombs? Which is not bad for a single day's work, to be honest with you. It does require 23 coal as well, obviously, but we got plenty of that. Alright. Cave carrot, I guess, goes in the fridge for, like, roots platters and things. So we'll do some bombing of the quarry tomorrow, I think. That seems like a fun way to pass the time. Let's go ahead and craft all the bombs we could ever need. Probably not all the bombs we could ever need. 27 is a good place to start, though. Combined with that, 40, and we do have some other bombs here as well, so we'll make do with that. It's going to be a very explosive day tomorrow. I'm ready for it. I did forget my hoe back at the mines. This is a common problem of mine. I'm seeking help for it, I promise. Don't judge me, please. Chat just blowing up with quotes. I respect it. Traveling cart day tomorrow? Indeed, indeed. Is this summer 25th of year 4? It is not summer 25th of year 4. If we get this cactus fruit on summer 25th of year 4, you're gonna go down in infamy there for the quote. But because that's a number, I think it's a meme number I've seen thrown around. That summer 25th of year 4 is gonna be the day. I don't know where this number came from specifically, but we're approaching that. We might get there this stream, depending on how fast I am at resource grinding, or if I feel like resource grinding the entire time. We'll see how it goes. Blade said summer 25th. I haven't seen Blade say this anywhere. If he did, then you know what? I mean, yeah, you never know with Blade. He is the ultimate troll. He's so like good at trolling, even if I don't even know if he knows how good he is at trolling. Because like anytime he pops into the stream, I'm like, is this the day? Is this the day we get it? Because Blade's here and he wants to be here for the magical moment. Or is he just here to throw off my expectations? And every time it's been the latter. But there will be at one point. I mean, we might get it. The ultimate troll beats if we get it when Blade's not even here. Which is entirely possible. Obviously, Blade has his own things going on. He's not going to hang out at the stream all the time. And depending on how often he checks in, he might not even know when we are in the stream. Or how fast we're going to progress through the days, so... You made the quote last stream because you thought we were in summer, not spring? Now I remember. I think I have a vague recollection of that, yeah. We'll see, though. Are we resource gathering for something specific? It is indeed crystallariums, yes. That is the end goal for right now, because we need more jades. The amount that we have simply will not do. Speaking of which, let's actually craft some crystallariums, maybe? Here, we'll start with the gold. Get some gold in them there furnaces. I probably could do with investing in more furnaces as well, but I'm not really too... I'm not going to be super impatient about it. I'm happy to let them work in their own time. You can water crops with your bombs. It's a pretty cool strategy. I'm not falling for that one, that's for sure. I did see that video. That's a classic. That's a Blade original right there. That's a classic Blade bit. All right. I don't even need exclamation point cart for this one. I can tell you already. This is not what we want to see. But you never know. Where did you choose the element Argon from specifically? It's just 18 has always been sort of a lucky number to me. I don't know why. It's always just stuck out in my mind as particularly lucky or meaningful in some way to me. And 18 happens to also be the atomic number for Argon on the periodic table of elements. Because I'm a huge nerd, I was like, why not? I'm going to base my entire channel and online personality on this one little nerdy fact of mine. And, you know, the road of history is paved in mistakes. No, it's not a mistake. It's just a weird... I have nothing against the word Argon. I've come to... I think it's a really cool word, honestly. Isn't it, like, also the third most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere? There's, like, you got oxygen and nitrogen in the top two by a pretty vast margin, but then I think it's Argon, I'm pretty sure. Which is kind of nuts. Exclamation point more trash, by the way. Someone remind me why we need the jades. I need to update the FAQ, because that is a question that should be addressed in there. Basically, it's to get through the Skull Cavern as fast as possible, because we can trade jades for staircases at the Desert Trader, and And then we can just staircase our way through to as many treasure rooms as we will hopefully need for exclamation point treasure, those items therein. Yeah, I'll have to go through and update the FAQ soon enough here. I'll probably do that this week at some point. Alright, in the hardwood there. Let's go. Let's grab all the bombs, all the bomb variants. They're not in here. They are over yonder. And let's see what kind of chaos we can wreak. Potassium Blade Runner doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but I respect keeping the trend. Okay, I'm also gonna swap not that, but this. Not that, but like this. There we go. We got it under control. And let's go quarry. I should have, you know what? I should have brought my axe as well. This is just a train wreck. But we'll get there eventually. It's not even noon yet. We still got plenty of time. Sell some torches. A little extra income never hurt. Okay, copper axe, we're good. Good to go, good to go. Haley says she's bored. You know what? I can't blame her. We've done a whole lot of running back and forth and idling about this stream. I'm about to blow the lid off things, though, quite literally. Let's get this show on the road, baby. All right. I should probably start off with, I guess, the... Well, I don't know if I want to start off with the mega bombs because I have so little room to stand. So maybe start off with the cherry bombs, even. Get some of these suckers going. I also have a bad habit of not placing, like, a new bomb until the other bombs have exploded. There's really no reason to do that. This will save us so much time. It will also knock down the trees eventually. It takes a fair few bombs, though, so that's why I brought the axe to help solve that problem eventually. Also gonna be careful not to stand in the way of the explosion. I don't want to have to heal up too much, if at all, between or in this process. It's only like 3 rocks each here, but I'm kind of lazy. Forgive me. I will have to. Oh, we got 3 iridium here. Actually, that's kind of unique. You don't often see iridium in the quarry, in my experience, anyway. I'll have to come back and get this iron ore for sure. Another little cluster of rocks up here. We have plenty. We actually have a lot of bombs. We can use a lot more of these for just regular mining in the mines. Fancy that. Okay. And one more here. That looks like it's all the stone taken care of. So let's go. Let's make a run back and deposit some of our current resources. BRB Zoom meeting. Oh man. I've been lucky. I haven't had to do too many Zoom meetings in pandemic times. I feel like it's something I would not have that much fun with. I'm technologically inclined, but for things like meetings, like, I don't know. In my experience with meetings at work, because we sometimes have, like, conference calls and things, just send an email. There's very rarely something that you need to have an actual full, like, conference call or meeting or anything of that sort for. If you're meeting with like family or something on Zoom, you know what? Fair enough. That's a different story. But for like a business meeting of some kind, it's extremely rare in my experience that you need anything more than an email. And honestly, an email is often more helpful because you can like refer back to it so easily. Oh my gosh, inventory is just filling up right away again. Literally already full. Amazing. Okay, well, let's clear out these last couple rocks here, and then we can start doing some lumberjacking. You know what, I guess I don't need to clear out my inventory to do this, because we already have a stack of wood. We might have to get rid of some seeds and things, but... I need a quarry chest. I mean, the plan is to eventually expand our Crystallarium Empire into the quarry once we run out of tenable room in the house. That's the main reason I'm doing this, or at least to clear it up for some sort of machinery eventually, because I know that's a fairly common practice, is to use the quarry as sort of an extra part of your farm. where you can't actually grow crops, but can use machines and things. I once tried to do 2 Zoom meetings at once. How does that even work? Were the parties in both Zoom meetings, like, aware of each other's presence? And, like, I don't understand. Man, I can't even imagine that. That would break my brain. I have a hard enough time focusing on all the little things I need to have open and pay attention to while I'm streaming. I can't imagine handling 2 meetings at once simultaneously. Like, you gotta partition your brain in a certain way to handle that. Use it for your cactus fruit farm. I mean, I'm probably gonna grow a cactus fruit in a in just a garden pot or in the greenhouse, I guess. Once we eventually get there. Because you can't grow crops in the quarry, right? You can maybe place garden pots in the quarry, but I don't know if that's actually true or not. Something worth experimenting with, I suppose. Use the quarry as a tapper farm and trees to cut for wood. That's a good way to do it. We're definitely at no shortage of wood right now, because we had our crazy pine forest south of our farm. We still have quite a bit of pine trees down there to deal with. It's literally just like walking through the great slopes of the Rocky Mountains over there, with how many pine trees are about. For how close I live to the mountains, I actually don't visit them all that often. I always try to remind myself of how like majestic and beautiful they are, because it's easy to take that for granted when you live within eyeshot of them. But I don't want to dox myself too much here. Speaking of not doxing yourself, I did want to. I watched a video not too long ago about, like, how important it is to set boundaries as a creator, and I have come to realize that maybe I'm being a little too... What's the word? A little too lenient, and a little bit too frivolous about giving out, like, my own personal information and stuff. Nothing that's, like, super identifying, but obviously probably more than is necessary. And I do think that creating a healthy divide between your work life and your personal life is important. It's just hard for me to separate what I'm doing right now, which is technically work, even though it definitely doesn't feel like it, from my own personal life. But that's just something I'm going to have to come to terms with on my own. So I'm going to do my best to start creating more professional boundaries, I guess, because that's going to be something I need to concern myself with as I become a bigger streamer. If I even get much bigger than I currently am, I don't know. We're riding that train and seeing how far it takes us. Is that everything? I think that's the entire quarry cleared out. All before 9 p.m. Look at that. We'll come back and finish up clearing out the detritus. We'll be on our way. Too bad you can't do the Animal Crossing thing and just eat a fruit to carry the entire trees in your inventory. Chloe is pretty strong, but she's limited by her backpack space. Unfortunately, it is not an easy thing to deal with. Probably one of the hardest limitations of this run, honestly, is the inventory space. All right, let's do this, and get to smelting again, and then tomorrow, once all this is done smelting, we'll be able to see how many crystallariums we can make. I think, based on how many resources we have, our limiting factor is probably going to be gold, but maybe stone. I'm not going to do the math to figure out exactly just yet, but it's going to be one of the two. Shouldn't be iridium, surprisingly enough. We've been stockpiling a lot of that. And you only need, I think, 2 iridium bars per crystallarium. So the fact that I'm saying only 2 iridium bars per crystallarium just shows how far we've come, though. You know how long it took me to get 2 iridium bars when my only source for iridium ore was frickin' sea cucumbers? Super cucumbers, even? I think I don't even know if I got to 2 iridium bars by the end of everything. Make make sure the parasocial relationship is well started and all. That is another thing I'm bad about, is keeping boundaries on parasocial relationships, because I like you guys to all feel like, oh, we're like friends, but, you know, at the end of the day, we're not like friends, not in the same way that I'm friends with my friends in real life. I'm just friendly to you, and you know a lot more about me than I do about pretty much most of you. So it's always a bit of a weird power balance, but I mean, it just comes with the territory. There's nothing more to it. I'm not going to talk too much about it either way. That it should be good for today. Tim Beeb off to bed already. I mean, already, it is 10:30. We're usually in bed by like noon, so away we go. Such big strides in this game. It is amazing how far we've come in only 4 years. I mean, for perspective, like if you were really trying to get perfection, you could do it in 2 years. But more realistically, I think people probably do it in 3 or 4 years. If their main focus is perfection, I think that's a pretty realistic goal for the casual player. Alright. I'm getting a lot of little notifications on my phone. I try not to look at my phone too much during streams. I usually glance at it at least to see if it's some kind of emergency, and if not, then I just kind of let it ride. Looks like it's Discord notifications right now, so it's no problem. I need to get in the habit of putting my jades away in the proper spot, which, you know, probably would lend itself better if I put the chest actually closer. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's move, because I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and create a line of crystallariums going right down the center of this staircase, if such a thing is possible. So having the chest right at the top of that line, I think, would be kinda nifty. There we go. Got to floor 120 in the mines. Congratulations. It's only further down from there, into the Skull Caverns, if you have the luxury of going to the desert before completing the community center and getting the desert obelisk, which most people do if they're not insane like me. So big congratulations to you. All right, how many crystallariums can we make here? 10 crystallariums? I will do it. So the limiting factor was stone in this capacity. We actually, no wait, we have more stone here, so it's gonna have been gold by the time things are said and done here. 11 crystallariums. There we go. Did I put something? I thought I put my coffee in there for some reason, but my coffee is very clearly in my inventory, so I don't really know what I was thinking. All right. Are we able to put crystallariums on the stairs? We sure can. I mean, it would technically be better to do like either side of the stairs. That could be a little awkward though. But you know what? We gotta maximize. We gotta do a little min-maxing here. I do like to keep things somewhat symmetrical. This is oh my god, look at this though. What is this? Oh dear. Okay. We'll wait for the next batch of jades just so we can synchronize all those. Starting to look like an actual spaceship from Star Trek or something in here. Ooh. Little ancient fruit harvest, ancient fruit wine harvest. You know what I should do? Is I should harvest my ancient fruit and then harvest the wine so I can just refill the kegs as I go. It only took me how many ancient fruit harvests to realize that I should be doing it that way instead? Jeez Louise. The Empire of Jades. The Empire Strikes Back. Still haven't watched any Star Wars movies, if anyone's keeping tabs on, you know, what movies Argon has and hasn't watched. I remember seeing part of one of the Star Wars movies a long time ago. I don't even remember what the context was for me watching it. Like where I was or what I was doing or why I was watching it, but I was. I don't remember which one it was, though. I just remember being kind of bored by it, because I don't know if I was just really tired or what, but like it was just like, the scene that I think I started watching it, because it wasn't even like I was watching it from the start, which is my first folly, I suppose, but the scene I started, it was just some like council meeting, and there were just a bunch of people I didn't know who were talking to each other, and I'm like, man, where's Yoda? Can he pull out his green lightsaber or something? That guy's cool. It was, I think it was the one, I don't know if this will probably identify which movie it was. You guys can tell me. It was, because I do remember seeing a scene of Yoda fighting Emperor Palpatine, I think is his name, in some kind of grand amphitheater type thing. I think it was Emperor Palpatine. Maybe it was some other Sith of some kind. I just remember it being like a real big, like almost like a Colosseum type area that had the many, many layers to it. And that's the scene I remember the most of watching that movie. Revenge of the Sith? You know better than I do. There we go. As that, did I get all of them? Sometimes I worry when I do whine this way, but it all worked out. Boop, boop, boop. And off we go. Let's do our garbage runs. Yeah, it is Revenge of the Sith. Fair enough, fair enough. What are the Sith getting revenge for? Can I get the Cliff Notes version, please? You refused to watch any Star Wars movies until you were in your 20s. What's the reasoning behind that one, Michelle? That's interesting to me. I'm just imagining a 19-year-old you sitting in your room, staring at a wall full of Star Wars movies, just watching the clock, watching the calendar as you count down the days. And I'm sure that wasn't exactly how it went, but it's a funny visual image. Master Argon, there are too many of them. What are we going to do? We need more cactus fruit. Somebody stole their cactus fruit, probably. That would be a revenge-worthy mission, for sure. The Sith were nearly driven to extinction because of the Jedi-Sith Wars. They're still salty about it. Yeah, I mean, I could probably understand wanting revenge for that. If, like, my whole, you know, people were almost genocided. If that's a verb. Alright, I guess more Crystallarium dives, huh? Or do I go... And I should check out how are we doing south of the farm here? I don't remember how far we got on clearing out all these trees and pardon me, and whatnot. There's still a whole whack of them over here. I remember that. I haven't even got started on that section. It's a little too intimidating for me. But pretty much all of this, barring this little cluster right here, is done. So why don't we handle that? Why don't we start taking care of those pine trees? Because I'm not in a specific mood to go into the mines again. I kind of like the rainy atmosphere out here, and we miss out on that if we go into the mines. So I should make hay while the sun doesn't shine, as I suppose it would be the saying. Let's go. Just use mega bombs on the huge cluster of trees. I can indulge some mega bomb usage, sure. I'm telling you, the bombs they do knock down the trees eventually. I don't know if it's the greatest use case for them, though. Alright. These ones I am going to probably just take one at a time here. Man, I still got hit by that. Mega bombs are kind of something else, huh? They're made of sterner stuff. Just keep putting it in the same spot. Be wary, it's probably going to get loud when all the trees collapse at once. Or it's just going to clip the audio. Oh my god. You know, I can't deny the satisfaction of that is pretty high. Ooh. Little mushroom grove over here too. That was pretty cool. I should have been... Why haven't I been doing this all along, chat? Why didn't you tell me this was the play? I do keep getting hit by those. I feel like this is a good spot, but it's hard to get away in time. Didn't get away again. I'll watch my health, don't worry. I'll heal up if I need to. Got away that time. One more ought to do the trick here. Maybe. Oh gosh. Oh my god. That's actually... I didn't realize. Alright. It's a new era. It's a new era of lumberjacking. Didn't even use any frickin' energy. Look at all these stumps that I just found. When I say go, be ready to grow. Go! Name that reference. That should be an easy one for anyone who's been around YouTube for a hot minute. Stream crashed for a second. Just the sheer amount of trees collapsing. You know, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound? Sometimes it doesn't make a sound even when people are here to hear it, apparently. Go figure. It is not the Lorax, it is indeed We Are Number One, was what I was referencing. It's a great song. I think it's from Lazy Town. I don't know what Lazy Town really is, to be honest with you. All I know is the song from it. There is a song from the Lorax about like growing though, right? Let it grow, let it grow. Not to be confused with Let It Go from Frozen. A little cult classic some of you maybe have heard of. Probably not though. It's pretty underground. I think it only has, you know, like 20 or so views on YouTube. Sorry, my social media manager is telling me that it actually has 20 billion views on YouTube. So, my bad, guys. Lazy Town was weird. It was a kid's show. All kids shows are kind of weird in some degree, for sure. I don't know if bombs would take care of these stumps, by the way. I imagine they would, but we might as well finish it off a little bit manually. We gotta put in a little elbow grease. Can't just rely on bombs. We don't want to get addicted. When you were younger, you thought it was Let It Snow? That's a Christmas carol. How long do you think it'll be before the old classic Christmas carols are obsoleted, or that they're like not being played on the radio all the time? Because I always think about that whenever it comes to Christmas time, that it's always the same songs from like the early 1900s to mid 1900s, and there are some newer Christmas songs that, like, there's a little bit of a transition going on, undeniably, but eventually you have to imagine that those Christmas songs are going to outlive their legacy. And how long is it going to be before, like, you know, whatever Justin Bieber's most recent Christmas carol is like the new Jingle Bells or something for a new generation? I don't know if it's ever going to get to that point. Maybe they're too iconic. It's hard for me to say. I'm not any kind of anthropologist, so. Have a good one, Zombo. Thanks for tuning in for a bit. We can handle it from here. They're immortal, Argon, especially Mariah Carey. I mean, I don't even know who sings most of the traditional Christmas songs. Like, I couldn't tell you their actual names. I only know the songs themselves, primarily. I didn't get that last little cluster of pine trees down here, did I? I should also make sure to stay on top of this stuff. I should probably maybe just, like, put a little perimeter of pathways or something around this orchard to prevent these seeds from growing, because I think they only grow, from what I've seen, on this outermost edge. So if I just put some paths down there, that might solve that problem. It might not look the prettiest, but it would save me some heartache and some clicks for sure. Just cleared the whole farm in an evening. Turns out bombs are pretty good at that. Who knew? Have you played the Elden Ring of Kirby games? Is the new Kirby game hard? What am I saying? It's a Kirby game. Of course it's not hard. It might be harder than your average Kirby game. I don't know, but I don't know anything about the newest Kirby game. All I know is that it's physically impossible for a Kirby game to be bad. You cannot name a bad Kirby game. Just try. Go ahead. So I know it's going to be a banger, or at least it's going to be like passable, but all right. that's that. What sort of flooring should I make to surround the trees, the orchard here? Straw. We're gonna need to make all these floors eventually. Weathered floor is kind of a nice one though. Weathered floor kind of bad looking. Bad in a good way. You know, like the power glove. It's so bad. Crystal floor. Rustic plank. I'm feeling a little rustic today. Go a little rusticness. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna need. We'll just make like 31 for now. Because I'm weird like that. Okay, so these lightning rods are gonna be... Okay, there's a tree here. Lightning rods are gonna be a little problematic, but it's fine. I don't know if this is really gonna solve any kind of problem. It feels like it should, but I don't know. Maybe they'll just be like, well, since we can't put the seeds there, it'll just put them like one space beyond. What did I use? Did I use rustic planks or did I use weathered floor? I guess I could always mix them up, but... Oh, sorry. Sorry, I forgot there was a gate there. You know what? Gate, you've had your fun. Goodbye to the secret gate. If you're here, if you knew, you knew. If not, then it's gone forever now. I'm sorry. All the best things in life are temporary. Oh man, almost perfect. Oh wait, there's still, I still need to do a little bit here. Still almost perfect. So I need what, 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Now no one can ever say I've never tried to decorate my farm. I just put down like 65 different floor pieces, and boy, am I tired. Don't cover the lucky bean spot. Did I cover the lucky bean spot? I will go check. I don't know if it was part of the perimeter. I did. You know what? This one goes out to you, Lucky Bean. I'm gonna go ahead and have, which one of you do I like the best? You're gonna come with me, and you're gonna protect that spot with your life. Never forget the Lucky Bean and the sacrifice it made for us. I actually don't know. Can you, like, sell? I guess you could probably sell a rustic floor plank. Probably for about the same that you sell a piece of wood for, if I had to guess. I don't think there's any profit to be made in that regard. Alright. Off we go to bed. Honk shoe. Everything in life is temporary because life is temporary. I mean, everything in the universe is temporary if you really want to get existential about it. But I don't know if I'm equipped to handle that kind of a conversation. I'm just a guy playing Stardew Valley, slowly driving himself insane for the entertainment of a few hundred people on the internet. I guess a few thousand people. Because there's only like a few hundred people here at a time. I mean, obviously there are more people than that watch the VODs and things, so. Man, those charcoal kilns are kind of fast, huh? What do we got? Luau? Luau preparation? Not yet. I think luau's in a couple days still. I don't need my axe on me anymore. Let me axe you to go back in there. Thank you, thank you. When will you marry Krobus? When the opportunity presents itself. We unfortunately don't have the option right now because we need to get to the desert to get the Void Ghost Pendant in order to ask him to move in with us. Until that day comes. Do we have the Void Essence we need? We do not, so that's also going to be something we need to focus on. But I feel like that one might just come naturally to some extent. We might have to do a little grinding at the end of it, but not much. Not nearly as much grinding as we're used to, is what I'll say. It's 11 more crystallariums as far as the battery packs are concerned, though. The battery packs we've been fine on for pretty much ever since we started these lightning rods. We haven't really used them as fast as we gained them, thankfully. It's good to slowly lose your mind with a group of people watching. Yeah, at least there's like some benefits to it, right? Why I mean, you know what? I'm on my way anyway. I need to do the greenhouse. I just realized I haven't gone and done my greenhouse chores, but we're already headed out to the garbages. Might as well get an early run out of the way. Maybe this is the change up we need. Who knows? If only you could like imagine, that would be kind of cool if like these little trash bags were like a little mystery gift, because like it's a trash bag, so you could theoretically like unravel the trash bag and see what's inside, and probably most of the time would just be like more trash. But what if there was a chance for it to be like, I don't know, a cactus fruit potentially? What if there was like a 50% chance for it to be a cactus fruit? I think we'd be pretty happy with that. Concerned 8, fix it, put it in the new patch. Ailey looking out for us. Make sure to take a break every now and again, get something to eat. No worries, girl. We're taking care of ourselves just fine. We got the bad batch of Tom Kha soup from the saloon as well. What does it do? It's got some kind of buff. Plus 30 max energy, plus 2 farming. That's honestly not that bad. I don't know if we have a specific use for that, for a farming buff of any kind, but better to hold on to it, I guess. You can already do that with recyclers, though. Yeah, but it's not as much of like a mystery gift as it is just, you know, you usually know what you're going to get with a recycling machine. There's some variability to it, but not nearly enough to excite the gambler's mind, you know? Oh man, I can't wait to get to like one of the crazy things is that I want to get to the desert so that I can eventually get to the casino as well. We have a few other hoops to jump through for that, including growing 10 beet in order to like finish Mr. Cheese quest. But once we get to the casino and have to do our gambling for the alien rarecrow, oh my gosh, can you? I don't know if you guys are ready. You've seen how into that sort of thing I can get with just the Stardew Valley Fair and the gambling that's involved in that. When we actually get to a proper casino and we're playing like literal blackjack. Sorry, Calico Jack. It's a brand. Don't confuse them. What are we doing? We're going to the mines. It's going to be a whole nother story. Can't wait for the gambling streams. I'm hoping it'll only take like one stream. We only need to get up to 10,000 coins, which, if luck's on our side enough, it shouldn't take that long. But you never know. You never know with this game, and with how I might just like risk it all at some point and have to reset the day. Who knows? We'll see how that goes when we cross that bridge. I'm mixing my idioms, but you know what I mean. Probably should have brought some bombs for this mining, but it's fine. That's the thing. If we're doing like using bombs to clear out the quarry or the farm every once in a while, we don't go through them that fast. If we're going to bring them to the mines consistently, we're going to need to be crafting quite a bit more of them. Do I still talk to Scope? I haven't talked to him in a while, but my DMs are always open. There's no bad blood between us by any stretch of the imagination. We've just moved on with our lives in different directions. I wish him all the best. I've dreamt about the gambling stream since the start of the cactus fruit grind. Like literal dreams, like you go to bed and you wake up in a cold sweat because you're like, oh shoot, oh man, I thought Argon, I thought he put all 9,000 of his Calico coins of his cheat coins on the betting table, and then lost. That's a nightmare waiting to happen. Drifted apart. Yeah, I mean it happens with friends from time to time. And that's the thing, is like friends, like drifting apart always has sort of like a negative or at least somber, bittersweet connotation to it when it comes to like, oh, our friends and I just drifted apart. And sometimes there is an element of that, but I always feel like it's not a great saying at least not for me and how I interpret those relationships, because anytime my friends and I get, you know, we go our separate ways in life, not to cross paths again for at least a while or maybe ever again, I'm still always open to the possibility that maybe they'll contact me one day, or, I mean, I can't foresee a situation where I would contact most of my old friends at this point in my life, and they're probably in the same boat because they moved on and they just have the fond memories now. But I'm always open to the possibility. I'm never gonna burn a bridge or be like, oh, hey man, it's been a while, but you know, I'm just, you know, we've grown too far apart. I'm not gonna be your friend anymore. And maybe there's a chance of that, like if they became a totally different person when they grew up, someone that I can't relate to or don't like for whatever reason. But I feel like most of the people that I knew would be pretty cool nowadays. Mixed idioms are fun. Your favorite is, we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, it doesn't, I think so. Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? Unless you just need some firewood. In which case, burn away, I guess. Although, you could probably find a better source of firewood than a bridge. Anyone here ever, like, cross a bridge, like a footbridge? Like, cause I don't doubt that driving across the bridge, depending on where you live, is a relatively common practice. But how often are you in a situation where you have to actually walk across, like, a wooden bridge or heck, any kind of bridge, really? I can't fathom the last time that I did that. It's crazy to imagine, by the way, how many bridges are probably out there that no one remembers or knows of, or there's just like in such weird obscure locations crossing a small river in the middle of a forest somewhere that nobody's traveled through, or that very few people travel through every year. Because, like, think about it, like, to build a bridge is not a small feat, at least not how I imagine it going. There's some engineering that goes into that, no matter how simple a bridge, no matter how crude it may be. You have to put some planning and effort into that, and to make sure that it doesn't just collapse the first time you step on it. And the fact that so many of them could exist out there with no regard or renown is kind of mind-boggling to me. Just one of those weird things. Bridges are kind of like an SCP in that way, honestly. They're just like one of those, like you could just be walking through a random forest and stumble across a bridge and just start jotting down in your notebook, SCP 10,012. The bridge in the Colorado wilds or something, I don't know. There's a bridge in the woods by my house, by your house. Same here, honestly. But I don't go to those woods often enough to cross the bridge. I just know of its existence. Bro, it literally just takes 300 wood. You make an excellent point. Just a few days, just a day or two of chopping wood, and you're probably there. I guess bridges are just kind of easy after all. We hit the jackpot with we hit a gold mine here, quite literally. Motherlode mine, baby. Excuse me, sir. I was trying to read chat. That's very rude of you. Interrupt me. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. I've done more damage to myself with those bombs than any of the enemies have done to me so far in this on this day, I feel like. Better than the bridge to Terabithia. I don't know anything about the bridge to Terabithia other than that it stars Josh Hutcherson. And you might be like, Argon, that's a very strange fact to know. It's like, most of you probably don't even know the name Josh Hutcherson, period. Maybe some of you do. But I know I'm bad with actor names, so like, why would I know such an obscure actor? I'm pretty sure that it's him, because it was mentioned in one of Jenny Nicholson's videos, where she read the Josh Hutcherson fanfic. And I've fallen asleep to that video several times in the past, so it's kind of ingrained in my brain. It's one of those weird little factoids you know sometimes. I'm getting some nice bridge facts in chat. My dad and my siblings and I made a bridge in the brush behind my house because it floods in the summer. It's been there for 15 years. Oh my gosh, Maggie. Was it hard? Was it like hard work to make that bridge? Do you remember? Was it fun? Was there? I guess it all depends on how long the bridge has to be. Oh, pardon me. A little bit of acid reflux in my throat or something today. I don't know what's going on. Like when I think of making a bridge, like I don't even know where you start making a bridge. It's probably one of those things that I could like look up and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense once I see how the process is laid out. But just like if someone told me, hey, here's a 10-foot wide river, build a bridge across it, I would be like, I need to call Elon Musk to help me with this. I don't even know. There was a lot of balancing to do between the pieces of the bridge. It was by no means sturdy. And I guess, I mean, if it's not sturdy, as long as it's not used that frequently, or you know where its faults lie, then you can kind of work around it, I suppose, to an extent. And as long as it's not like, you know, a rickety bridge over like a 50-foot drop or something crazy like that, you're probably fine. Ideally, it's I mean, not ideal in any situation to fall through a bridge or off of a bridge, I would imagine. But if you have to, I'd probably pick one that's maybe, you know, like 5 feet above the water instead of 500. One of those bridges in like the coastlands of Japan or something on those big cliffs. You know what I'm talking about? Those things look scary. Watch the movie Bridge on the River Kwai. It's a classic. Another one to add to the list. I'll become the one of these days. I'm gonna go through my cinephile arc, and we'll all be talking about movies till Kingdom Come. I'm gonna become the next Northern Lion with how much I talk about movies. Just you wait. Once I get into like my early to mid 30s, I'm gonna go through some kind of weird midlife crisis of just watching all the movies that I've never watched before. Do we have a luau outfit? I don't think we have a special outfit for the luau, no. Might be a good idea, though. Just to invest in something different, something a little more breathable for the luau. Because I can't imagine how stifling and horrid it must get in this trash can in the middle of summer here. Isn't there a game based on making bridges called Poly Bridge? Found the Markiplier fan. I don't know if you're actually a Markiplier fan. I only know Polybridge from like the 1 or 2 videos that Markiplier's done on it. But it looks like fun. I think that was Markiplier anyway. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Yeah, if you have any ideas for fresh luau clothes, something tropical, something festive in that regard, that's easy enough to come by, hit me up with it. Hit me up with your suggestions in chat. I don't know how much more cloth we have in order to make these frivolous outfits that we've been making, but they're not frivolous if they make me smile. Fresh cosmetics are never frivolous in my opinion. We'll toss the sap here. I'm also gonna toss, I guess, the mixed seeds. Feels weird because we've had such a big use for mixed seeds throughout this entire run, but they've kind of fallen out of style, out of use recently. Get the living hat, just break fiber. Charlie Barley's done enough of that grind for all of us. I don't think I need to invest in that. Gray bathing suit. Bathing suit would not be a bad option, I guess. It is on the beach, so. I could use the seaweed shirt. That's the closest thing we got to a bathing suit right now. Always so weird when there's just random clusters of copper this far down. Perhaps true to life, I suppose. I don't really know, but it is always a bit of a strange sight. This was a good resource grind day, honestly, though. 300 stone, 120 gold. I'll take those numbers any day. Haley says it's a nice day to go swimming. We are closing in on the luau, so you know what? She's not wrong. She's not wrong. We were just talking about bathing suits. Haley always has that impeccable timing. You can't convince me otherwise. All right, bring this back, and we'll bring this back as well. Get one of the party hats. I don't want to steal Ring Queen's thunder. Are the party hats her thing? At least like one of them. I feel like her character's always wearing a party hat. Alright. Pop all this away. Let's grab some... I mean, let's get some of this smelting, I guess. Like so. There we go. Grab my wood again for the charcoal kilns. So many, like, even this late in the challenge, when we have like we've done so much and we're only focusing on a couple different grinds, there's still like a decent amount to do here. We do have enough time to probably get these jades in their new crystallarium homes. Okay. Pushing our time a little bit to the limit, but why not use every minute if you got it, right? Also, apparently we don't even lose money if we pass out in our house, but let's not even test the theory if we don't have to. Love the new logo. Thank you, Calvin. I'm quite happy with it myself. Turned out really, really well, I think. You can make a crop top with wheat. Fire quartz or rainbow shell makes bathing suit tops. I'll give it a try, Abin. I will definitely give those a try. What's it cost to make a farm warp totem, and why don't you make a few for the mines chest? Well, you do have some farm warp totems. It only costs, like, the main stifling ingredient for that is honey, but we have a decent amount of honey. Also, did I do my greenhouse run yesterday? I guess, I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention to how much money I made. Because I remember I went and did the garbage cans early, but I don't remember if I ever went back and did the greenhouse or not. Either way, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but... Tim Beebe, he's missing that one scarecrow we used to have here. One of the rare crows. I passed out at the doorstep before, and it did cost you money? The question, though, was it at the doorstep, like still outside, or in your house? That's an important piece of intel to know. Because I feel like if it's in your house, there should be, realistically, no reason that would cost you money, because you could just, like, sleep on the floor. It would not be comfortable, but your character could manage it, I'm sure. Still outside, okay. You're safe in the house from cash grabbers. That seems to make the most sense. It seems to be the general consensus. Tube top with sea cucumber, normal, or purple. Looks like we did do our crops yesterday as well. Everything looks ordinary here. So what was it? There's wheat that we could try out. We can try out fire quartz, sea cucumber. And there was something else in there, I'm sure, but those should be plenty of options for us, I think. Do we have a good like bottom that we can wear, like some kind of shorts? Is there a way to make shorts? So I don't think we have any kind of breathable summer shorts for Chloe. All we have are like pants and skirts and things. Like long skirts, not even any like like the one that we wore to the flower dance. I think is literally it actually. But go. Let's go pick these, I guess. And how many jazz seeds do we got ready to go here? Nice and fresh and ready. We'll take that, and I guess we'll take one of those for the road. Okay. In a good position. Blueberry should make shorts. Do we have any leftover blueberries? I feel like we might have like used them or sold them all. We did have a blueberry era for a short while. I don't know if that's something we still held on to though. We must have, I would think, right? Yeah, we still have some blueberries. Okay. We'll try a blueberry. We'll try... What jumped out at me? Fire quartz? Fire quartz. Someone said sea cucumber. How much cloth do we realistically have here? 7 cloth. Okay. We already made the seaweed shirt, so we're good there. If we want to use that one. We'll see how all these options fare for us right now. Gonna need a second chest for all our fashion needs here. In fact, we have wood on us, so why not just make another little closet piece here? There we go. All right. So let's see. Shorts, cloth. What do we got? Well, okay, we got some little blue shorts there. I dig it. I can dig it. How does one dye things? This is something I've not interfaced with, is how to dye things. It would probably be good information to know. Okay, so we got a tube top, a shirt, and shorts. So this is like the swimsuit top, but it's not quite. I don't know if that's quite the style we're going for. Shorts are kind of nice, though. Nice little summer. You can see the calves and everything. I don't know if we want these boots with that, though. What other boots do we have? Some of these thermal boots. I mean, they're thermal, so they'd probably be too hot, but they are kind of a nice blue color. Let's try the tube top. You know, it's not bad. It's not that bad. It's kind of fitting. I don't know if... I feel like the color, we'd probably want to do it green. You have to go to Emily's house to dye stuff. Let me learn this. Let me learn actually how to dye things. Do you... To dye something... Because I've been reading up on it on the wiki in days past. Do you actually... Let's get our garbage outfit on so we have it for good luck. There we go. Like so. Do you just bring the stuff, like the things that you need to color what you want? I want to dye this tube top. Let's start there. I want to dye this green. Let's go ahead. I should probably organize this a little more effectively, but for now it's fine. I'm also just going to store the cloth here. Why not, right? Well, I guess why not is that it's hard to... Like, when we get new cloth, it's kind of a long way to go, so... Do I just need to bring something that will dye, that will create a green dye in order to dye this green? That's my question. Dye requires 6 items to activate it, then you get the sliders. So is it like a one-time thing? You just need 6 colored items? Is this summer 10 of year 6, Blade? Dropping in, hello, Blade. It is, you came just in time for us to learn how to dye things. I've never done it before. Okay. So I need things. Maybe if I just go to Emily's, I'll be able to figure it out. Maybe I don't need chat after all. Maybe the game will teach me itself. Before any of that, though, let's go ahead and get our garbages out of the way. Now that Blade's here, he's got me excited. Wait, summer 10, he said summer 10 year 6. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh man, Blade's... Was that a little Freudian slip from Blade of some kind? Uh-oh. Maybe he's got year 6 on the mind for other reasons. I don't know though. It's a little suspect, Blade. You can use cactus fruit to dye things green. Good to know. Good to know. You can do it from your sewing machine too, though. Can you dye from your sewing machine? DYE, I suppose. I mean, I'm sure you could. I'm sure there's someone in history who has died due to a sewing machine at some point, but that's not what we're talking about. It may have been or may not. What do you think? I think that, I mean, it's obviously not today. Exclamation point, more trash. We only got more trash. But I don't know. I don't know how to read you, Blade. It's always harder, especially when you're just a line of text in my chat. All right. How do we do this? Let's go check out these dye pots. Place an item of each color into the dye pots in order to dye any dyeable clothes you're wearing. So you have to be wearing it. Okay, so... And this tells you what color things are. So these are both orange. Okay. I need to go play a little game and figure out what colors I have and what... Like, I should have something of every color, you would think, with the variety of things that I have. Let's see. All I really want to dye at this moment is this tube top. Well, we can dye other things later on if we feel the urge. Actually, you know what? We want to dye the tube top probably, and the skirt from last time. I feel like a different color for the skirt could be nice. Good, good. Blade is an evil genius. All right. So yeah, the long dress. So we want to dye. We'll dye both of these. Now we got to figure out what we need to bring in order to actually dye this stuff. So let's go ahead and put the coal away. What colors do we even need? Oh geez, I didn't even realize. Is it Roijabiv? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet? I can't imagine there's an indigo dye. Indigo, there's no way. We'll go, so let's see. So red is a ruby. These are the things that we want to dye. We'll put them on because apparently we need to be wearing them. That's kind of cute, honestly, like that, but I feel like we could do better. So let me just store these away for right now. We got red. We got orange. This is orange, right? We saw that. Yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. This is a yellow chest. Yellow corn? Yellow corn. That's probably good. Green. Green artichoke. We only got one artichoke. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Hold on. Green? Would he dare? Would he dare do it? We got a green bean. Green seaweed. Oh, that's probably fine. Green, blue. So blue, what would be? We got blueberries out the nose. And then purple. Purple eggplant. Fiber. Fiber for green. I mean that. I think that's probably good. Need one item per dye, so bring 2 of each. I got you, I got you. That's very good intel, Lissy. Thank you. I can't even joke about this thing. It's too sentimental. All right. You guys are saying that sap is good, is a good yellow dye, and I'd probably get behind that. Go with seaweed green. Then we'll just go with our same things here: blueberry, eggplant, ruby. Actually, you know what? We could probably go fire quartz for that. That's probably a better option. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Legend is fiber. Bring 2 legends. Yeah, we'll just go catch another one real quick. Gotta have the dyeable tag, though. Dyeable, dyeable. We're good. did someone say sap? It always brings people out of the woodwork. It's amazing how effective 3 letters can be. Doesn't rain much in summer, does it? I mean, not compared to spring. Oh my god. That was a heck of a storm in spring. How many days of rain was that? It was like half of spring was all raining. Alright, looks like we did pretty well here. So, we got yellows. So I can only put 1 in at a time. Okay. Boom. Boom. That looks so silly. That's good there. That's good there. And that's good like that. Ooh. It'll dye both of these. Do we want to dye them both the same color? You know what? I could probably... I don't mind that, honestly, because this kind of has like a nice, almost like ball gown vibe to it. It could be cool to have them different colors. Oh, wait. Oh, we can do separate colors. Okay, we can do separate colors if we want to. Chloe likes her green, though. She likes her green. How do we feel about, like, this? Like, this looks kind of nice to me. Let me get these exact values here. What do we think of that? Is that all right? I mean, the trash can hat kind of throws things off a little bit. It's pretty together. I agree. This is actually like a really nice little cute dress. I think you guys have just opened up with this dyeing thing a whole world of possibility. We're gonna have like full dyeing streams where we just make a bunch of different clothes and dye them, and we're gonna have literal fashion shows. You just extended the length of this challenge by opening this up to me about like 7-fold. Perfect, cute. Seems like we're all right. Seems like we're all in favor of the green. Green is Chloe's color. Looks like a long sundress. I'm a fan of that. There it is. Didn't even need the second ones because we got just the same color here. All right, so that is good. That's something we can definitely wear to the next flower dance for sure. But for now, we can just we can save this for the luau. We can save at least the tube top and then probably the shorts for the luau. Dyeing clothing is addictive. Yeah, just there's something that it scratches a certain itch in my brain. I cannot deny it. All right, let's put all this stuff away. We took stuff from like every chest. That's kind of crazy. All right. Now we swap back to our usual affair here. Our work uniform, as it were. Where did the top come from? We made it just now. I don't remember what we made it out of, though, to be perfectly honest with you. Was it a sea cucumber, that one? Might have been. But I don't fully remember. I wasn't paying attention. She's so pretty now. We're saving that look for special occasions for sure. That one's like for Haley's eyes only most of the time, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let's get some more, You know what? That was a fun excursion for the day. I was gonna say let's go do some more resource grinding in the mines. I'm not feeling it. I feel like after that, let's just, let's get some smelting done here. And we'll call it a day. There we go. We got the luau tomorrow. That should be a fun time. Let's get it done. Sea cucumber makes the tube tops? Yeah, that's the one I thought. Couldn't fully remember, though. Alright. Off to bed with ye, Chloe. The lucky bow would look great with it, you know? It did not escape my notice, YS, that the lucky bow would kind of tie the entire ensemble together. Oh man. It does, like, that crossed my mind. I didn't want to vocalize the thought because now it's real and out there. And the lucky bow is a mere 1,000 gold away. It's all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. Okay. So I think what we do here, because we need something for the luau. My idea for the luau was just, you know, we got a lot of this stuff down here. And I think just like one of these. Can I like, if I like break this open, will it give me a gold quality one? If I just like smash it? Just like yeet this guy right here. It'll sacrifice one of the wines that we're fermenting, but I think it's a really good option for the luau. Throw the legend in, Blade. Okay, okay. We're gonna have. So let's do that. Okay, it doesn't even break the thing. That's actually really cool. Blade is inciting chaos. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll have some options. Okay, I'm gonna deposit this. We won't need this for the luau. We'll do our garbage run and then we'll get dressed for the luau. Don't worry about that. Let's make sure we have everything we need on hand. All right. We'll bring it. We'll bring it. You know, we can. I'm not opposed to having a little bit of fun. I'm not opposed to the idea of keeping people a little bit on their toes. You know, sometimes you just gotta do like one of those. You know, right? You know, get the blood pumping a little bit. All right. You know how it is. You know how much fun we like to have around here. All right. But we are nothing if not a shrewd businesswoman. Chloe is, I should say. Let's get our affairs in order before the luau starts here. Oh god, what's happening? That's the kind of response I like to see. You finished your perfection run on Summer 17th of year 4? Oh, we're gonna catch you. If we get lucky with this cactus fruit, watch out. We might beat you. Can you put ore in the crystallarium? You cannot. You can only put minerals in the crystallariums. That would be really good, though. If there was an orarium. You're tempted to put the legend in on your save, but then reset the day. Like, we caught the legend. That's all we technically need to do for the achievement, for the fishing achievement. We don't need to keep the legend. What we do with it is up to us. We could throw that guy in the trash if we want to, make him into sashimi. But I mean, it definitely holds some sentimental value. We work hard for this guy. This might be the single, like, hardest earned item that we currently have in our possession. The single hardest fought one in terms of like both skill and luck. So it would be, like, parting is such sweet sorrow, but sometimes, you know, you gotta give away a part of yourself in order to truly grow as a person. Legend Maki roll for the community center is the best use of the legend. That would be perfect. Charlie Barley turned the Crimson Fish Jr. into sashimi. Never forget. Yep, it's true. You can go watch that video yourself. Put a lava eel in. I mean, I could, but there's always like the potential to catch another lava eel. The legend is one and only. He's the king of all fish. They said he'd never be caught. It's amazing that he's even here in the conversation. By the lucky bow, no one has to know besides us. It's tempting. I'm not going to say that it's not. Alright, so the luau has begun. Let's go get our beach clothes on. So we go ahead and grab the tube top. We want the shorts. Do we want any kind of special hat? I guess probably the straw hat is probably... I would say that's our best fit for a nice beachy day. That's really cute, honestly. I kind of like that. The boots definitely do not fit, though. I think honestly, just like the normal boots are probably your best play here. Put all that away. I like it. I like it. Aw, Timby wants to come. Look at him. He's, you know, too bad he's trapped within these, within the realm of our farm, never to leave. Sailor's hat? Sailor hat could be good, but that's more of our lucky fishing hat. This one's just, you know, our casual wear to the beach. Let's get it done. Hey, oh, look at it, it's perfect. Just in time, we can walk in with Haley. Oh, that was cute, that was cute. How'd you get so far ahead of me, girl? I would dance, but I don't want to get sweaty. Look at this, the cutest couple goals right here. Okay. We have an important decision to make. Chat, I'm trusting you here. I'm gonna start a poll. We're gonna decide, do you want to go, you know, the boring route? The safe route, the one that's, that is expected of us to an extent? Put a little gold quality ancient fruit wine into the luau pot? Or do you want to get a little spicy with it? What should we put in the soup? Legend or wine? I do have my once per Stardew Valley year veto available for this option, but I feel like it would be disingenuous of me to use it on such a monumental occasion. Ask your community. This one falls to you, chat. This one falls to you. The legend is in chat right now. I see you. You were here when we first got you. You were here when we first joined us. You may be here when you leave us as well. I'll let the poll ride for a couple minutes here. We'll see how hard fought the legend crew is. Right now, we're sitting at 66% of people want us to put the wine in. Honestly, I was expecting a harder fight for the legend. I was expecting people to go all in on this. Lurkers, if you're out there, if you're listening, if you're not too preoccupied writing your JavaScript applet or reading some sort of book or, you know, painting a portrait of your mom, make sure to get your vote in. Shoutouts to the lurkers, of course, always. Sap. We don't have sap on hand. We only have 2 things that we could put in this soup at the moment. 65%. Veto it, put the legend in. No matter which way it goes, I'm not vetoing this poll. I think we're stabilized, though. I don't think we have enough people in here to sway the vote. Looks like you guys want to go with the safe option this time. You know what? I respect it. The legend has a lot of sentimental value to this run. It's our crowning achievement to date, I would say, potentially. And you want to hold on to it for at least a little longer. So I will respect your decision. 66% of people would like us to put the ancient fruit wine in. Hello, Stefan. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate the support. All right. Ancient fruit wine. There it is. And now the legend can just be here to enjoy the soup with us as our little pet fishy. They don't deserve the legend? You don't think the villagers of Stardew Valley are worthy of the legend? Haley on her own is worth it. Although, you know what? She probably would not like the soup. She doesn't like fish, does she? Francis, thank you as well for the super chat. $5 super chat, greatly appreciated. There will be more luau's we can make legendary. We at least got a few more in us, for sure. Until year 13. Imagine if I had misclicked, though. He is loving it. Did you see that tremble? It's the best soup he's ever tasted. Man's actually got hunger shakes. Look at him go. Holy crap. What is in that ancient fruit wine? Did you know that you can waste 3,000 gold on a star fruit here? I did know that. I know that all too well, honestly. From another thing that I've done in a video that you have not seen yet, but... Alright. Well, legend, you survive another day. You live alongside your companion fish in there for 1 day longer, at least. We'll see if you get to make it to the aquarium that we'll eventually have. Alright. That's good. Let's go. Oh, you know what? I should grab my wood for the charcoal kilns. We'll swap back into our usual attire. Boop, boop, and boop. I forgot to swap the pants. We're looking a little silly right there, but that's fine. There we go. Our gray, trashy best. Grab all our jades as well. How many jades, how many crystallariums do we even have going here? I haven't even kept count. Why are you sleeping down there in the empty room, Timby? What the heck, dude? 35 crystallariums and counting. Let's go. Surprise chat picked the wine, TBH. It shows you that there are still some like relatively sane people in chat. Don't get me wrong, chat can get a little unruly, and there are people who like to live on the wild side for sure. But it seems that, at least based on that poll, most of the people in chat here have their heads screwed on somewhat straight. I would have been somewhat heartbroken if the legend, like the choice to put the legend in the soup, had been a blowout of some kind. I'm glad that a lot of us are still on the same page here. Either way, we do have more luau's in the future, as Blade so astutely put it. What is our limiting resource for crystallariums? Let's go have a look, shall we? So we got a lot of iridium. Definitely gold right now. It's got to be gold. Stone is also pretty limiting, so we should do another mines run. Probably get that taken care of today after traveling cart and all that stuff. What the heck? There's just random grass growing on my farm. Did you see that? Thought I nipped all that in the bud. I don't want any greenery on my farm, he says, as like literally 80% of the pixels on the screen are currently green. But you know what? You gotta look beyond the pixels sometimes. You gotta see the code. Can you craft an iridium band? That's a great question, actually. How do you craft an iridium band? 5 iridium, 50 solar essence, and 50 void essence. We could probably do that. We could also fish one up in theory, but that would require quite a bit more fishing and a decent amount of luck. So it might just be better to make one right now. Because we'll probably want one to forge eventually to combine into like multiple rings, right? Or combine multiple rings into one ring. The one ring to rule them all, even. Can you fish an iridium band? I'm pretty sure you can. I think that's the way a lot of people end up getting them first time. We don't have enough solar essence either way to craft one, so we'd have to go looking for that. But we might find that just by happenstance in our trips through the mines, so we'll see how that goes. Either way, I'm in no rush. It'll be good to have one once we get to the Skull Caverns, obviously. But for the time being, I don't think we're really hurting for it. Trade jade for staircases and deconstruct them to get stone, duh. It's a foolproof plan. Why didn't I think of that? Alright, what do we got here? Egg. Brown egg. Too expensive anyway, and I'm pretty sure it's not even on our list. I think a large brown egg is. Rare seed for 1,000, not what you want to see. I think we're good. Yeah, there are many roadblocks between us and the deconstructor strategy for sure. You're so used to all the trees that the open space in the farm looks weird to you. I'm totally with you, honestly. Honestly, White Witch, it's just, it feels wrong in a certain way. After all that time we spent just navigating that maze of pine trees, to just be able to walk burden-free down to that exit of the farm is kinda It hits different. It really does. You knew how do you have so much iridium if you have yet to go to the Skull Cavern? It is literally almost exclusively from the Statue of Perfection that we got from Grandpa's evaluation at the end of year 2. It produces like what, like I don't even know, like 2 to 10 iridium a day. And we've just gone through enough days to have a decent amount. Not nearly as much as we could have, obviously, if we had gone through the Skull Caverns like even once, but it's enough for our purposes for the time being. You're gonna lurk and chat and wait till again till next year. Thank you, Legend. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. And thank you, Decay, for the more trash command, as always. Why am I holding on to this bread? It's a great question. It really is. Alright. Off we go to the mines. Nose to the grindstone again. Let's see. Steel falchion. Never forget the Yeti tooth, though. It did carry us through a lot of troubles in the mines up until just recently. I feel like I know what the answer to this is going to be based on the audience that I've cultivated so far, but it bears asking. Do you guys get weirdly attached to things in video games? Like, not even just characters in video games, but obviously, like, throughout this run, I've shown that side of myself that just even, like, little tools and things like the Yeti tooth that really bear no real significance in the grand scheme of things. They're just, like, something that we used on our way. But there's always a soft spot in my heart for those sorts of things, and I can never bear to... Like, I always like to recognize them for their part in the story, part of the role they played. Yeah, it seems like an overwhelming yes in chat from people that get sentimentally attached to things in video games. And I mean, it goes like extremely more so for characters in video games, obviously. Because they even have personalities they can get caught up in, and oh man, don't get me started on that. I've cried more in video games than I have at like anything in my own real life. Which is probably for the best. You don't want to cry that often in real life. Video games, at least ones with stories of some kind, are meant to evoke emotion. So, oh, I missed one of the big rocks there. That's my bad. The companion cube from Portal. Case in point. Case and point. That was like meant to like pull on your heartstrings. And now it has like its own dedicated fan base, pretty much. It's just crazy how that sort of... I don't even know what you call that. There's got to be a word for that type of relationship or that type of feeling, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. But the fact that games are able to play on that emotion so well, just because you're the one controlling things, you're the one who gets to have the final say, you're the one who gets to decide what you use and how you use it. And obviously not everyone's in the same boat. For some people, it's just, you know, means to an end. And that's totally fine too. Everyone's allowed to play games however they want, but there's I definitely find a lot of enjoyment in playing games, in creating these own little like stories and headcanons for myself. The real question is, how often do you get attached? Probably too often. I probably get overly attached a lot of the time. Like, there are situations where I'll be so attached to something that even if another option is clearly better or like the preferred option for most players, I'll be like, this method that I've been using, or this tool, or whatever, this character that I've been relying on, has grown to have such a fond place in my heart that I can't possibly switch now, even if it would make my time playing the game exceedingly more efficient or even more fun in some cases. I definitely fall on the side of the coin that's like probably too invested in that sort of thing. which you could probably guess based on the fact that I've been doing this challenge and grinding out this cactus fruit for this long, that I get set in my ways pretty easily when the answers are literally right there with one of the with there's literally a person that I can just go ask, like, hey, when am I gonna get the cactus fruit, and he'd tell me. And the fact that I haven't yet is kind of just a testament to that facet of myself, I guess. Chloe is near and dear to our hearts. It is kind of amazing too, yeah, that Chloe has grown to be such. Ooh, genie shoes. I feel like that's kind of rare, huh? I'll take it. A little bit extra fashion never hurt, for sure. Yeah, the fact that, like, Chloe is, like, literally just a random character created from within Stardew Valley has grown to be such an iconic part of my channel in recent years, or in recent months at least. It's kind of wild. Alright, genie shoes, you can go right in there for now. Immunity 6 is kind of interesting. That's a unique stat distribution for sure. Get out of here. How close do you think we are on our slime monster hunter goal? That's one of the ones we have left. I think we still have shadow brutes left as well, or shadow monsters. So it definitely wouldn't hurt to get these guys out of here, if only for the void essence that they drop, honestly. You know what, I'm actually curious about that now. I'm gonna finish this little run that I got going here, and get your guesses in chat. Specifically, let's look at the slime monster eradication goal, because we need to do 1,000 slimes eventually in order to finish that eradication goal. How close do you think we are? Put some guesses in chat, and we'll see who's closest without going over, you know, Price is Right rules. Thank you, Francis, for the $2 super chat, by the way. Someone should make a Chloe NPC mod. We have some very talented people in the community. I wouldn't put it past someone to do something like that, but that does require a lot of work. It would have to be multiple people that would be invested in that. By the way, whatever your guess is, increase it by 1, because we're about to slay this bad boy. All right, I gotta leave and actually check now before all these guesses scroll themselves out of existence. I'm seeing what we got: 750, 600, 868, 600, 432, 550, 560, 318. We got quite the wide swath of guesses. I don't know where. I don't think that we're very close. I don't think we're in the 800s. Personally, I would probably stake a guess somewhere in the 600s, maybe even in the 500s. But I don't remember what it was last time we checked. Moment of truth, though. You've killed at least 3. Well, there you go. Here we go. 963? Holy boosh. What the heck? I don't think anyone was in the 900s. Did anyone guess in the 900s? Oh my god, I didn't realize we were that close. Anyone? I'm looking for 900 guesses. 874 from Mary. That might be the closest that I see. 869. Holy crap. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, I really thought it was going to be way, way lower than that. I guess we're all just kind of bad at math. We're bad at, not math necessarily. That's not really a skill that would, that's wild. We could feasibly, if we focus that, we could get that this stream. We're not going to focus that, but it could certainly happen. Make Chloe's favorite gift a cactus fruit. That would be too perfect. There's definitely enough lore that's gone into this challenge that if someone were to make an NPC version of Chloe, that there's a lot of backbone to work with there for sure. $963. So we need what? 37 more slimes? We get a slime countdown. 36 it's about to be. Now that that's on my mind, I'm gonna be like thinking about that and focusing more on the slimes. Because it would be cool. Like, we obviously have to do the eradication goal eventually anyway, and getting that slime charmer ring earlier rather than later is probably for the best. Having it before the Skull Caverns is going to be pretty big, honestly. It'll save us a lot of trouble in those caverns, theoretically. Although I guess if we're going to be staircasing down a whole bunch, we don't really need it, but... At any rate, only 35 more to go. Not Bob said 27 away, they're closest. I didn't see that, but yeah, that's that would be closest if that is the case. Indeed, indeed. Alright, let me grab some sashimi to carry with me here, because my HP is getting a little touchy. If you run into a bad spot against some monsters, it'll be good to have on hand. When you get the ring, can you raise slimes inside of your house? In theory, I can do that, because I can make the slime egg press. In fact, I have to make the slime egg press at some point, right? Or, like, not the slime, but the slime egg press, yes, but also the slime incubator, which is the one that you would actually use to do that. So it's a theoretical possibility, for sure. Although, where do you get slime eggs, now that I'm thinking about it? It's been a hot minute. How do you get slime eggs again? Oh, it's the slime egg press, obviously. You just, like, put a certain amount of slime into a slime egg press, and that's, like, presto changeo, that's it, right? It's been a while since I've done the slime hutch or anything related to it, but I think that's how it works. Correct me if I'm wrong, there's probably more nuance to it there. 100 slime in an egg press. They can also drop from slimes. Can they only drop from slimes if you actually have a slime hutch, though? That seems like it would make sense to me. Either way, we can definitely have some, like, cute pet slimes around the farm if we want to, I guess. Krobus has some really funny dialogue if you have slimes in your house while he's there. I'm all for that. Funny dialogue is my bread and butter. Yeah, you can't get slime drops or slime eggs as drops until after you get the slime hutch. That seems to make sense to me. Which means we'll never get there, because we're not going to build a slime hutch. It's too expensive. All about that frugality, as is the name of our farm, quite literally. One of the YouTube content creators said that in a video recently. I actually haven't been staying as up to date with like my YouTube subscriptions and everything as I usually do. I've been so focused on other things, which is probably for the best. Like, it obviously, now that I'm getting more into the content creation side of things, like now that I actually have more of an incentive to, and like there's a bigger audience for it, I definitely understand how a lot of content creators don't have time to watch other YouTube content. Because the workload definitely eats into the free time that I used to have, for sure. I used to watch videos from the people that I enjoyed the most pretty much right when they came out, but I haven't even watched the most recent Charlie Barley video, and she's like my favorite right now, so I will, though. I will 100%. Just been a busy few days, a busy week or so. You can get purple slime eggs from the chest floors in the Skull Cavern. We'll be seeing plenty of those then, I'm sure. With the amount of treasure rooms we have to do. Boy, oh boy. Tiger slimes can drop eggs. I have heard. I think tiger slime eggs are a pretty valuable resource to farm. Like, they sell for, like, some of the most money in the entire game. Have you ever had a pizza bone? Is that where you bite into a piece of pizza and you find a bone in it? If that is the case, yes, I have, and it's very unpleasant. I don't think I've chosen willingly to have ham as a topping on my pizza ever since that happened. Because that's what it was from. It was from a piece of ham, and there was like a tiny bone in it, and I hated it. It ruined my day. All right, I guess we can smelt some stuff here. There we go. Might as well carry the rest of this gold with me. We're just gonna end up smelting more of it tomorrow anyway. Tim Beeb. So cute. Wait a second. Wait a second. There we go. Off to bed. You what? You found what? What? Are people are people oh, I'm sorry. Did I scare you from eating pizza ever again by stating the fact that I found a bone in my pizza one time? Welcome to my world. I was once blissfully ignorant of the fact that there could be little bones that slip into pizza toppings from time to time. It's an extremely rare occurrence, I'm sure, but the fact that it's not that it's a non-zero occurrence should give you some pause for sure. Speaking of pause, hello, Timby. All right. It was a donkey reference. I don't watch Donkey. I'm aware, but maybe I should, I guess. All right. A little energy tonic. That's not bad. 5 energy tonics, all entirely from Pam. I'm pretty sure. There's no other way we would have gotten energy tonics that I can think of. We're certainly not buying them. There we go. Head on over to the Bat Cave here. Check out what we got. Thanks, guys. You're the real MVPs of the challenge. I was once eating a chicken nugget and took a bite and got a mouthful of grinded up chicken bone. Yeah, that sounds unpleasant. That sounds like about the experience I had with that pizza the one time. Sorry that happened to you, Zombo. This never happened to me, but I have heard like that it's not a super uncommon experience for people to like bite into some kind of chicken nugget or chicken tender or something like that and have like a little ball of like chicken grease or chicken fat in it or something that like is like weirdly crunchy or something like that. Has anyone experienced this? I've heard tell of it from like a surprising number of sources, and I've never experienced it myself, but it makes me afraid. Very, very afraid. I thought this stream was PG-13. Look, it may be PG-13, but there are some things that are beyond the rating system. The rating system doesn't know how to classify bones in your pizza yet. It's a hitherto before unknown concept. You've heard urban legends and stuff like that, but you don't think you've ever experienced it. Maybe it is just an urban legend so that people don't eat as much fried chicken. I don't know. A conspiracy theory what did I just say? A conspiracy theory spread by Big Veggie. I believe it. That sounds like a very unpleasant experience, Zombo. I'm sorry you had to go through that. But, this chat is making me untrusting of this world. I know, it makes me want to never eat anything ever again. To be quite honest, I wouldn't Although, I mean, it says something that all of these experiences are based on, like, animal products and meat products. Maybe the way of the vegetarians and vegans is the way to go. I would like to definitely try going vegetarian at some point in my life. I don't think I could go full vegan. I don't think I can give up things like cheese and eggs. That's just not realistic for me. Don't worry about it, Penny. Don't worry about it. Do we have a lot of vegetarians in chat, or a lot of vegans, or anything like that can attest to the experience? People that have like switched from eating meat to not eating meat. I'd be curious to like hear stories about it. I feel like I don't know any vegetarians in my life, or if I do, they're just like not outspoken about it, because like it's not something that you normally talk about to people, I guess. Even a vegetarian for 3 years, it's easy enough. Hard at first. Yeah, I mean, any kind of lifestyle change like that would definitely be hard to begin with. I definitely don't dispute that, and that's what scares me. Because I'm very much a creature of habit. Any sort of change, no matter how minor in my life, has always carried with it some burden of stress, for sure. Time is it, by the way? We still got a little less than an hour left in the stream, so we're good. We're good. Do we have any plans for the 8 million wood? Right now, we're making a lot of it into charcoal, just to help alleviate our coal concerns. That's been my main plan so far. I don't know how much of it is going to end up going to that by the end of this, but for the foreseeable future, that seems to be the way to go. That was a lot of loot from one slime. Holy crap. Burglar ring showing us why it's not to be underestimated. It's the silent champion of this run, to say the least. Vegan cheese is awful. Don't eat it. What is vegan cheese made out of? Is it like some kind of plant fiber? Like is it tofu cheese? I don't even know. I don't know if I want to know either, to be perfectly honest, now that I'm thinking about it. You'll find a use for all the wood eventually. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, there's definitely no lack of ways to use wood in this game, but a lot of them do come down to building farm buildings and stuff, and we don't need to worry about that so much in this challenge, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Cashew cheese is tasty. I don't know how to I didn't know that existed before this moment, and I'm not sure that I'm not sure whether I want to go back to that existence or not. Cashew cheese. Cheese made from nuts is what vegan cheese is mainly made out of. That's like, I feel like that's less upsetting to me than what I was thinking it would be. I thought it would be like, I don't know, some kind of weird plant fiber that I'd never heard of before. But the fact that it's like made out of nuts, I mean, I like nuts, but I don't know if I want my cheese to taste like nutty. Looks like cheese but doesn't taste like it. Yeah, that seems like it would be an unpleasant experience for me. I would want it to still taste like cheese to at least some degree. I'm not in the cheese for the texture. No, no, no. To some degree, it definitely helps, but without the actual taste of cheese, what are we doing? I might as well be eating a Ziploc bag. I will say that some of the some like the vegetarian alternatives to meat products that I've tried have been pretty good, though. Notably, the only one that comes to mind off the top of my head is the Beyond Burger from A&W. That thing, it's like, honestly, there are some real burgers that I've tried that I like less than that Beyond Burger. It's really good. I don't know what goes into that, like, Beyond fake meat, but Maybe there's a reason it tastes so good that's, you know, gonna get me canceled, but hopefully not. It's like magic, though. Almond milk and cashew milk are common, so nut milk does make sense. I guess that's true. Like so yeah, nut cheese, I guess, would be the next follow-up to nut milk, so. I do like almond milk. I can't deny that. And the fact that I seem to be lactose intolerant these days definitely makes it a prime choice, because I don't think there's... Well, is there... I don't know. I don't think ever since that I learned that I'm probably lactose intolerant, that I don't think I've tried any almond milk. It's not something I go out of my way to get that often. Is there lactose in almond milk for whatever reason? Logic dictates that there shouldn't be, but there might be. I don't claim to be an expert in these things. KFC Beyond Chicken is so bad? I didn't know that was the thing. I mean, kudos to them for trying to get with the trends. But they might have to go back to the lab for that one if what you're telling me is to be believed. Chocolate almond milk. I don't think I've ever had chocolate almond milk. But that sounds like really good, honestly. Like, almond milk on its own, I like it enough, but it does have a weird aftertaste for me sometimes. I feel like chocolate could definitely help alleviate some of that. Chocolate milk on its own, oh man. Could not get enough of that as a kid, I'll tell you what. Ooh, a diamond. Isn't that like a 0.5% drop from those guys? I guess we've killed a lot of them, almost 1,000 at this point, so bound to happen. Hey, guys, keep it PG-13, you two. Oh my god. I can't believe that just happened live on stream. I'm sorry, everybody at home. You didn't need to see something that vulgar. Jeez Louise, you can't keep... Oh, just some random iridium, too. I'll take it. There's a random iron bar down there. Probably should have snagged, but it's fine, it's fine. Slimes like rabbits. Well, like, what the heck, dude? Hazelnut milk once, it was good, but so hazelnutty. Hazelnut does have a very distinct and pretty strong flavor. I think you're right about that. That might put me off of the milk, but I don't mind the taste of hazelnuts, but I feel like I want at least some milk quality to it that's not super nut forward, you know what I mean? Stream just goes down instantly after that. Yeah, the moment I see that heart go above the slime's head, I just pull my Ethernet cable out of the wall. Mom, turn on the fax machine. Turn on the fax machine. I need to cut the stream. Let's stop these two before they can even get any funny ideas. There's a dairy nearby that makes chocolate milk, whole milk, sugar, cocoa, shortest ingredients list ever. That sounds pretty good, yeah. People definitely have a proclivity to think that... I'm not saying that there's no truth in this, by the way, about what I'm about to say, but to think that the shorter an ingredients list is for something, the better it is for you, or like the more natural it is, I suppose. And there's definitely like some truth to that. Like, I don't always want to look at the ingredients list of whatever I'm eating or drinking, and you know, it's longer than the frickin' Declaration of Independence. I'm not about that lifestyle, and it's, you know, full of words that no one in their right mind even knows what they mean, like dichloroethyl nitrophenolane or something like that. But there's also, like, there's something to be said that some of those things that even if you don't know, like, how they're pronounced or what they are still, like, natural chemicals. And the fact that they're there should not automatically discount it as, you know, this is just artificial garbage or whatever. It's not like a hard cut line, it's a spectrum, it's a gradient, if you will. And you need to probably do your research in order to find out which of those are better for you and which ones aren't. I'm no chemist, despite the fact that my profile picture is literally an atom. Scientifically accurate atom as well, mind you. You can count them up. They're the correct number of electrons in all the right electron intervals. They're all in their proper shells. Place for every electron, and every electron is in its place. If there are too many things you haven't heard of, you don't need it. That's fair. I mean, it's a decent rule of thumb to live by. I just don't think it's as foolproof and necessary, I guess, as a lot of people think it to be. There is no god in Stardew. It's a tough out here in the valley. Yoba was not there. First came Yoba, and then from everything else was then from him or her was everything else born. I guess Yoba does not have a confirmed gender of any kind, do they? Is there much lore about Yoba in this game that's like maybe if I read any of the books, would I have any better idea of who Yoba actually is? Or is it just a name that gets paraded around? Just to add a little extra bit of world building, which I'm always a fan of, for sure. You can make literally anything scary by referring to it scientifically. It's so true. Dihydrogen oxide, you know? Just like people are just intimidated by scientific chemical names. Even if some of them are just like the most mundane things that you could imagine. Like, be careful, that's got sodium chloride in it. Watch out, everybody. Two crabs from one crab. I didn't even think about it, but you did. You make an excellent point. I only picked up one crab though, so I don't know. All right, this is all getting very full. Let's sort things out here a little bit. Let's bring some stuff home while we got time to. Yeah, I know there's a church to Yoba and Pierre and Caroline's place. In that same building, anyway. But I'm always curious. I'm wondering if there will be any references to Yoba or anything like that in Haunted Chocolatier when that comes out. That'd be interesting to see for sure. If there's any interconnected lore between the two worlds. I imagine there will be. I feel like Concerned Ape is too quirky of a game designer to not throw in a few nods here and there, if not make it like an explicit different part of the same world, you know? Either way, whichever way he wants to go with it, I am more than happy to indulge. Be able to make one or two more runs of this back to the mines chest to clear things out. It's amazing how much loot you can stack up in just a few short days of grinds. Are we gonna sell the tools or trash them and admit it isn't worth the trip to the guild for the profit? Right now, all these tools I'm holding on to various, you know, sentimental reasons for whatever reason. Like these two, they're the only slingshots we got. The insect head was one of our monster eradication goal rewards. The shadow dagger, I'm pretty sure, was like our first dagger. No, it wasn't our first dagger. It's just we held on to it for this description. You can hear the 1,000 souls shrieking. Eric Baroni, are you okay? And the slammer is a really good weapon, so I've been told. Yeti tooth, yeah, we got reasons to hold on to all of these. Maybe not the best reasons, but it all goes back to that getting weirdly attached to things in video games, you know? There's a single book with info for Yoba. Maybe we can make a trip to the library at some point. I always just glossed over all those books. Here we go. Let's grab the wood. Pop all this in here. Always feels so slow when the coffee runs out at the end of the day. It'd be cute if you could get like a little bed for your pet that they would sleep in consistently instead of just finding a random place on the floor to sleep every time or on your bed or whatever. Who knows? Maybe I haven't looked into the furniture in a long time in this game. Maybe there is some kind of pet bed, but I wouldn't know. Why aren't you going to the desert? It costs too much money. We're not willing to fork out the 500 gold for a bus ticket. Exclamation point FAQ, by the way, for more information and more detailed information about this sort of thing. Minimum cost is minimum cost, and it's hard to... it's a hard road to walk, that's for sure. Love when the pets sleep on the bed. I definitely think even if there was a pet bed, you'd have to have a chance for the pet to sleep on the player's bed, no matter what, because that's just too cute to pass up. But I think having the option, it would honestly serve like a mechanical benefit to some capacity too, so that the pet's not blocking your path to your bed at any point. Because it'll either be on your bed or in its own bed, which you could put out of the way. So there's definitely a gameplay aspect to it too, in theory anyway. Let's get some of this smelting. There we go, and we can probably make some crystallariums today as well. We got a decent amount of resources, including more battery packs by the looks of things. That's nice to see. Where did this, oh crap, where did this come from? Where did this random piece of pathing come from? What did I do? What have I done? Is it from a lightning strike? There we go. Okay. I don't know why there was just like, I feel like I didn't break it. I feel like you can't break it just like walking over it like that. So it must have been from a lightning strike last night, I would have to guess, which is kind of lucky that it struck between all the trees and not the trees themselves. Very fortuitous. Hello, Sean McDonald. How you doing tonight? A 99% chance they'll ignore the bed if they're a cat, or play with the cardboard box that it came in. So true, so accurate. How do you stop the growth of plants and trees in your farm? I mean, at the end of the day, you want to get the golden clock that can just completely halt the spread of that sort of stuff. But for something like this, where there would normally be seeds and stuff spreading from these trees, this is what the pathing is here for, in order to take up the tiles that would normally be, that normally the seeds would land on, with something like that instead, so they don't have the potential to be broken and cause a little extra chore for you to have to deal with later. There is always going to be, like, you can see some grass still growing here for us, so there's always going to be some element to that, I think, no matter what you do. Unless you get the golden clock. Your videos help me sleep, so I'm hyped to catch you live. Your voice is so soothing. Thank you very much. I get that quite a bit, honestly. More than I ever expected to. I always felt like my voice was too nasally in order to be soothing, but I've been proven wrong by the multitudes in chat. There we go. Alright, off we go to see the wonderful traveling cart of the Cindersap Forest. I was a little scared. Like, it's a visual difference that I'm not used to, seeing that pathway across there. I thought it was like some kind of weird barricade for a second. Thankfully not. The tall grass, if you let it spread, completely stops other kinds of debris at the cost of your farm being covered in grass. Yeah, I don't know if I'm willing to make that trade-off. Alright. Coconut, how dare you? A little jelly, a little gate. Tree of the Winter Star, getting, you know, Christmas in July, get started early. Nothing doing. Thank you for the exclamation point carts, though. Definitely helpful. Alright, let's see if we can't get a few more cactus fruit runs in here. Sorry, Jody. I know I didn't want to wait for you to pass, so... Okay, well, that's just... You didn't see that, you just heard it, and you just made an assumption, so that's more on you than it is on me, to be quite honest. It's really... I don't know, it's kind of sad for you, Jody, that you would just hear something that sounds like someone rustling through the garbage, and you just automatically assume the worst. Just because you saw me mere moments ago searching through your garbage can, and then saw me walking in the direction of your neighbor's garbage can, and then heard the sound of what sounded like someone rustling through a garbage can, that's quite a logical leap. And for shame, Jody, honestly. I thought we were friends. I thought we were really friends. Turns out you were just faking it this whole time. So rude. Jody shouldn't have wasted a good loaf of bread. There's probably like blue mold on this or something. I have that problem where like I'll buy like a loaf of bread and I'll use like maybe like half of it to 2/3 of it to make sandwiches, but I don't use bread in every meal, so inevitably some of it eventually gets too moldy or stale to actually use. And then I end up throwing out more of it than I rightly should, honestly. Alright, let's grab these resources here. I could go back to the mines again today, but I feel like I just want to mainline some cactus fruit days for the last half hour of the stream here. So let's get what crystallariums made that we can. First, I'm going to go ahead and pop that in there. And let's see where we're sitting here. 10 more crystallariums will do nicely. Limited by stone this time, more than anything else. Gold is still a precious resource, though. Only we could just go buy stone. Do you know how helpful that would be? Okay, so what are we going to do here? How do we want to lay this out? I guess you do... For now, this is probably fine. We just do 5 there. Well, I guess we should do it all on one side so we don't have to like run back and forth. But we will eventually fill this out as much as we can. Doesn't need to be perfectly efficient right off the bat here. It just has to be good enough. We can always rework the layout if we need to. How many crystallariums are you having on plan? Are you planning on having in total? Yes. Next question. Hopefully that answers. Hopefully that helps. Honest answer, no frickin' clue. As many as we can get, realistically. Alright, go to sleep for the night? I think so. I think we're good. Yeah. Gus just sent you a whole mini fridge in the mail. How the heck does that fit in the mailbox at all? It's like 3 times the size or more. Gus working some kind of crazy voodoo magic. Some Junimo special. How close are we to having the iridium line down here done? I think it was supposed to be like mid to late summer that this crop was done here. So we got to be closing in on that. I think it's closer to the end of summer, if I remember when we started, which I don't at all. So might be folly on my part. Ooh, a jade. Thank you. I don't have very many of those, so I should probably, you know, cherish this one with my life. Only 1,320 jades, y'all. Not anywhere near enough. Until it's too much to count. Exactly. That's the goal. That's the end goal for our crystallariums. We want to have so many that we're not able to even get to them all in a single day. We want it to consume our life. This will no longer be frugal farm, it'll be crystal farm. Jade farm. I'm ready. I'm ready for that eventuality. Alright, let's grab our ancient fruit first and our blue jazz. We got a lot of stuff to pick today. That jade could be the one that gets you a seed packet. It's true. Any of them could do the trick. It's like a weird little lottery. If we could like put single tags on each of the jades so that like people could bet on which one they think is gonna get us a treasure room that gives something in our exclamation point treasure list, that would be a lot of fun. But I don't think it's a reasonable way to do that. It is gonna be interesting to see how many jades we have to burn through in order to get everything though. Because I will probably do some manual skull cavern diving. Not like it's definitely going to be more staircasing than proper mining. I'll tell you that right now. But it wouldn't be fun to just completely ignore all of Skull Cavern and everything it has to offer in order to mainline the treasure rooms. We gotta do some of that. Just a chest full of crystallariums, yep. 36 spots, all filled with 999 crystallariums. Still not enough. Still not enough. I need more. Alright, let's get this wine out of the way, and then we will get the blue jazz done. Are you going to put jade in all the crystallariums? For now, anyway, yes. I did miss a keg up there, by the way. I see that. I'll go back for it. Yeah, for now. I can definitely foresee a future where we maybe have a small subset of crystallariums dedicated to quartz, because quartz would be good to trade at the Desert Trader for bombs, which will be a lot better than trying to do it by crafting bombs. But for now, I'm more than happy to just invest in our jade farm, because quartz, like, they only take like a day to duplicate anyway. It's not that bad. So even if we want a whole bunch of quartz, it wouldn't take very long to get there, whereas jades are a little more time consuming. I forgot I should just like sell a bunch of this. I'll hold on to 123. Sell the rest. Not quite. I think we've only had one time where we were able to get all the blue jazz in a single backpack. It's a rare occurrence for sure. You have to get 10 coconuts from garbage cans? No, we can get coconuts from Ginger Island once we get there. Which will be once we get the cactus fruit, effectively. Because that's the only thing we need left for the community center. The only thing we have left for the community center, I should say. There we go. You can trade iridium ore for mega bombs, which once you get a lot in the cavern is very cheap. That I did not consider, actually. That might be a worthwhile play. Because mega bombs, I mean, they are harder to get away from the explosion radius, but I can't deny their efficacy. Aw, man. 3 mixed seeds. What a slap in the face. What's with all the blue jazz? It's another one I need to add to the FAQ command, but it's for making lucky lunches eventually for our Skull Cavern dives, because we want as much luck as possible in order to influence the odds of getting treasure room floors. Which are going to be very integral to this challenge. That was a lot of stuff to get done, a lot more than we normally do on the farm, but we managed to get it all done before noon, which is kind of nice. Although, you know what? It has been a minute since we've been in the saloon to pray at our altar of the cactus. So let's hang out here for a minute before we finish our garbage run. Hope you guys are all enjoying the stream so far. Been another fun time for sure. I'm happy that we learned how to dye clothes. There's going to be a lot more of that in the future. I can almost guarantee it. For what purposes, we don't yet know, but now that it's part of our skill set, you know it's going to happen. Alright. We played our little lovely ballad for the cactus gods. Let's make it happen. I like that this just says ice on it. Not even, there's just no room for ice cream, it's just ice. Just straight ice. How many of you guys have ever had a snow cone? I've had snow cones at amusement parks in the past. I'm not really a fan. I'm not gonna lie. The fact it's like, what is it? It's just like crushed ice with some kind of flavoring, maybe some kind of dye in there to make it a more vibrant color. Usually, like, you'll get like maybe like 1 or 2 good flavorful bites out of those things, and then like you're just munching on snow. Maybe I've just had bad snow cones that were not properly prepared, but it's no, I'm not a fan most of the time. Sugar water, more or less, honestly. This Jade run is going to get to be very long-winded. Or too long here. Alright. That's good. That's exactly what we want. We want to get as many Jades as possible. We're going to want to fill out this chest and probably more, so. Snowballs here are so good. Yeah, maybe I just haven't had the right kind of snow cone yet, then. Maybe I need to go find something better. Foods at theme parks and amusement parks and fairs are kind of like that, though, where it's either like a really cheap, bad version of the thing that could normally be really good, or it's the best thing you've ever tasted. Like, I've never had better mini donuts than I have at an amusement park. Or at some kind of, like, carnival or something. That's where carnivals and stuff excel, I guess, is in the fried foods, especially the fried doughs. A good mini donut, a good funnel cake. I'm here for it, definitely. All right, we good to sleep for the night? Yeah, I think so. Yellow snow cones are your favorite? I hope. I mean, hopefully you're not just picking those up off the ground. Hopefully that's a proper lemon flavor. And not what I think it might be. But we don't need to go in that direction. I love fried, though. Same here. Nothing quite hits the spot. It's not something you want to make a habit of eating. It's not one of the core food groups. But it is, every once in a while it's good, for sure. Some kind of fried dough. Thank you, Kent, for not threatening to end my life with your mail this time. Have you ever had beaver tails? I have not, but I've been in several circumstances where I've seen like a place that sells beaver tails, which for the record, for anyone who might not know, beaver tails are not the actual tails of like real beavers. It's a name for a type of dessert, another kind of fried dough thing. So don't worry about like actually eating beaver tails. But yeah, I've seen a few places around that have sold those before. I've just never had the opportunity or the time or the money or whatever it might have been to go out of my way to get one. But they always look really, really good. How do they compare to things like funnel cakes or crepes even? I'll definitely get a crepe if the opportunity presents itself. Crepes are honestly pretty easy to make too, I think. I could probably be persuaded to learn how to make those at some point. Although I think you might have to have some kind of special pan for it. I don't fully know. I'd have to do my research on that one. Powdered sugar and cinnamon. You guys are making me hungry. I'm gonna have to get some beaver tails delivered to my door tomorrow or something like that. Don't worry about it, Shane. It's rare that we're out early enough to get Shane to catch us of all people, but he is working that hard Joja life, that Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, you know? 9 to 5 even. Hopefully not 5 to 9, that's those are hellish hours. If it's like 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., no thank you. You only need a normal pan to make crepes, just thin batter. Yeah, you'd have to have thin batter, and probably you don't like cook them for very long, or you cook them in a specific way where you're like moving the thing constantly. Because I feel like I've seen people make crepes, and they're always moving the dough, or I guess, would you call it dough? I guess so. But they're always moving it around to make sure it doesn't get burned just because it is so thin. How are you always spending your hops on pale ale? Hops regrow daily, but pale ale takes 1.5 days. Because we have double the amount of kegs for pale ale. Like all the kegs in the greenhouse are reserved for pale ale. Then we have hops. So the math works itself out that that there's always an exact amount to refill. As long as you have double the kegs compared to the crop for hops, it should work itself out. All right. Go ahead and pop these away. And I think we're good. Do we have anything else to do? I could go like do another mines run, but like I said, I want to focus cactus fruit for the rest of this. Let's go to town, baby. Yo, congratulations, Calvin. Got your golden clock ready to go? It takes a while to get there. No matter how good of a money-making strategy you have, getting $10 million is no small feat. We're closing in on 6 million ourselves here. Actually, we just passed 6 million with our last ancient fruit sale. It's almost half of what we theoretically need for this challenge. Of our 13 million and whatever mark. That's it's mind-boggling. Yeah, we're gonna get there before too long. It hasn't been that long that we've been doing this whole ancient fruit and hops thing. We got plenty of time left, so buckle on up. Alright, 45 crystallariums is a good place to be. I'm happy with that so far, but we always need more. We're getting 90 every like couple crystallarium harvests, every 2 crystallarium harvests. Not enough. It'll never be enough to sate my desire. Little frozen pizza. I guess he didn't mind me digging through that trash too much yesterday. Or maybe he felt bad for me. He saw me digging through Jody's trash looking for scraps, and he's like, don't do that. I'm gonna send you this pizza because I feel bad. Little does he know that I'm sitting on $6 million dollars. Bro, forget the frozen pizzas. I could buy the entire franchise with this money. You kidding me? How much to make you sell that whole chest of jade? It cannot be done. There's not a number high enough. There ain't no number high enough. My threshold for greed ain't low enough. You cannot smile wide enough to get me to sell my jade. No, I mean, it was a stretch, but I got there in the end, okay? I'm not the greatest lyricist of all time. Don't hold it against me. I'm working on it. I'm not going to be the next professional songwriter, but I'm not the next Weird Al by any stretch of the imagination. But off the top of the dome, you know what? I'd like to see you do better. I'd like to see you do better, quite honestly. Before this becomes a real problem. Get on out of here. You too. Alright, good stuff. Alright. Casey, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. It will not persuade me, I'm afraid, to sell all the jade. But you know what? I encourage you to keep trying. I swear I don't have any ulterior motives. Don't you get tired of running around on that farm all day or whatever it is you do? We are doing an awful lot of running around today, Haley. And you know what? It can be a bit of a grind sometimes, but that's why I've got you. That's why Chloe's got you. So she's not in this alone. We might, like Chloe and Haley, they might not talk a lot on stream, but they have to separate their work lives from their personal lives, just as I have to separate like my streaming life from my personal life. Thank you, Francis, as well, for the $5 super chat for the support. If the pizza is a large, then we can calculate that $50 are worth around $1 Canadian. Love the math. There we go. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no wallet deep enough, ain't no check wide enough to get me to sell the jades. There you go. Tazzy Devil, you did it better than I could, but you also had the luxury of time. I applaud it, though. I probably wouldn't have gotten there, no matter how much time I had to think on it. I would have given up. 3 gold bars isn't too bad, though. One of the imperfect ones that Clint's thrown away. Thank you for the more trash command, by the way, Decay. Appreciate it. We got time for one more day here, I think. Maybe 2 if we really push ourselves, and then we can do a little Prairie King to cap things off. Alright, yep. Go to sleep for the night. I like that it still says night, even if it's 11:20 a.m. That's a great interaction I just see in chat. Cyan says, Haley, you don't work. Haley doesn't work. Lol. Followed by the Haley quote, I spent 3 hours practicing my signature yesterday. Or today. And then Cyan's like, never mind. That's really good. It's really, like, kind of uncanny how on point those Haley quotes are sometimes. Like, with the amount of them that there are, there's like 180 something in there. The fact that they, like, obviously, it's within our ability to stretch their meaning in some ways, in order to make them fit the context. But the fact that they do so often without that much logic bending is really kind of impressive. That's what I would be if I was in the Avatar universe, by the way. I'd be a logic bender. What's your element? Mine's logic. That would be a very powerful tool to have, realistically. And then when the quotes don't fit the situation, we can just ignore them. It's the perfect crime. It's the perfect plan. Junimo card. It has been a while since I've done Junimo card as well. I'll probably throw a round or 2 of Junimo card into next stream. But I don't have time to do both this stream. So, if we gotta pick one or the other, I gotta go with my traditional one. Gotta hit the old dusty trail, you know what I mean? You're Miles Edgeworth, the logic bender? I definitely want to play more of those Phoenix Wright games at some point. That would be a lot of fun. I don't know if it's one I could stream, though, because I feel like chat would just give away all the answers. I'd just have to, like, not look at chat, and I don't know how engaging of a stream that would end up being. I'm sure there's a way to do it. People have definitely done it in the past, I'll tell you that much. I thought your element was Argon? Look, okay, we're talking about fundamental elements, not weird periodic table elements. Talking about air, earth, fire, water, and logic. The core building blocks of the universe. What the heck? Jody's throwing away gold bars too? That's a new one. Maybe that's one that Vincent found, and he's like, I can't eat this, and he just threw it in the garbage can. He's a hungry, growing boy. He thought it was one of those, like, gold-covered chocolate bars. He bit into it and broke a tooth, and now they're off at Harvey's. Although, I guess Harvey's not a dentist. They'd have to go to Zuzu City for that one, probably. Can I hitch a ride? Drop me off at Calico Desert on the way, please. Yeah, Effector's Challenge is not required for perfection, thankfully. Could you imagine if it was? There'd be so fewer people that have perfection if Effector's Challenge was among the list of requirements. That would be insane. It's just going to be a nice feather in our cap at the end of the day. Alright. I would try to squeeze in another day here, but I worry that we might have, like, Blue Jazz or something, and we have the traveling cart to inflate the time tomorrow. I don't want to push things too far past the end of the stream in case I do have a good Prairie King run here. So let me check my fruit bat cave. A couple salmon berries you shouldn't have. Really, you shouldn't have? Like, where are my frickin' oranges, honestly? Or apples, or more apricots even? Let's do this. Alright. Made it to World 2 last time. Let's see how much more, how much farther we can make it this time. I want a World 3 run. It's been a while. I'm not saying that I'm gonna do a second run if I don't make it very far in this first run. But I'm open to the possibility. I could be persuaded, depending on how I feel, depending on how I die. If I die, maybe that's my problem. I gotta be in the mindset you just don't die, right? It's just that easy. You just don't die. Holy crap, guys! I think I just solved Effector's Challenge. You just don't die. That's easy. Okay, we just won't die. Why didn't no one tell me the strategy before now? I just won't die, and we'll just win. It's just that easy. I just have to not die. I mean, you just break it down to those two words. Anyone could do that. Why not us? Why not now? Why not here? Gotta slow our roll a little bit though. We're only on level 1. It's a long way to not die. But if that's your only task at the end of the day, it should be pretty easy, you would think. What? there was no one spawning, and my dude was just standing in the middle of the screen, like, looking at me like, what am I supposed to do here? Kick rocks? Isn't the wine ready today? Is it? I don't even know. I can go check for sure. We might get a lovely payday at the end of the stream here. We still got time in the day for sure after the Effector's Challenge run. Can definitely throw that in the shipping bin. Oh, gosh. Dude came running at me like a bat out of hell. Another classic idiom. Sir? That... Okay, man, the dude just juked me hardcore. Let me check the iridium quality wine real quick. People were telling me. Not quite ready. Okay. And then, we got another run in us. We still got another run. That was not nearly far enough. I demand another. Let's do this. How are you so good at Prairie King? I can't get past stage 1 without dying twice. It literally is just, it does just come down to practice. Not only practice, like, that I've had with this game specifically, although that is going to be the most helpful at the end of the day, but practice with just this type of game in general is very helpful. Like, I've always touted The Binding of Isaac as the one that's given me the most transferable skills when it comes to this game. But really, like, decades of other games of this sort of caliber have done me pretty well. They're not always the same control scheme, and it's not always... every game's got its idiosyncrasies, but at the end of the day, when it boils down to just, you know, move and shoot, I can do that. I can do that until the cows come home. And a lot of it does boil down to luck, too, unfortunately, in getting the power-ups that you need, like the ones that are most helpful, getting the money that you need to get the upgrades that you're almost certainly required to buy. I don't know if anyone's ever beaten Fector's Challenge, or not even Fector's Challenge, but just Prairie King, period, without buying any of the upgrades. I don't doubt that it's theoretically possible, maybe? Although some of those monsters in the endgame, with how fast they spawn, and the amount of HP that they have, would... I don't know, it might be literally impossible, but that's a challenge for another day. That was probably, honestly, legit harder than Fector's Challenge would be to do this without dying. To do it without power-ups of any kind. Or without upgrades at the very least, would be kind of mind-boggling to see. Might as well use it before it's gone. Get a little change of music, too. That always helps. Helps the old cerebral cortex. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Alright. Just gotta be careful. Don't want to get trapped in a corner like last time. That's gonna help us immensely. Probably one of my favorite power-ups, I'm not gonna lie. This guy right here puts in a lot of good work. And these two combined, I mean, there's nothing that can stand in our way at this point. I love becoming a bullet hell boss in this game. So satisfying. Ooh, good money drops too. I need a few more coins in order to get our first damage upgrade. If I can get that from the first shop, that would be ideal. I don't need to tell you that. By this point, if you're familiar with Prairie King in any capacity, you should know. But that is the strat for sure. Oh, come on. One more? One more? Yes! Oh, two more even. Okay, okay. I didn't know if we were going to get there, but that's a good start. That's a better start than you can ever hope for, really. Have a good night there, Abacus. And to anyone else who might be leaving. I know it is getting late for a lot of people. Appreciate you dropping by. I'm kind of in the zone today. Like, I've said that before about Prairie King, but I'm honestly feeling... I'm going to eat my words here, undoubtedly. Because once you start talking about this sort of thing, there's no going back. The game hears you, and it ramps up the difficulty tenfold as a result. But I really am kind of feeling in the groove right now. I'm seeing the code. It's like I'm in the Matrix. I'm actually seeing the code. I'm seeing the enemies move before they know it, and I'm putting bullets through their bodies before they even know what's going on. I'm not just aiming willy-nilly in their general direction. I'm actually aiming for them, right between the eyes. Big surprise. Wait, he isn't dead? Shia surprise? There's a gun to your head and death in his eyes? Something like that? It's been a while since I've seen that video, but it is a good one. It's an all-time classic. Who made that video? Was it Rob Cantor or something like that? No, I think Rob Cantor is someone else. At any rate, that was not a good round for money, but we're doing all right. Vector's challenge without shooting. You just gotta, you just gotta rely on that, getting that one power up consistently. Lets you just run into monsters. I guess in theory, with you'd have to shoot at least once in order to, hold on, in order to make that a reality, in order to get the first power up. But it is technically, theoretically possible if you chain those power ups enough. Although I don't know if the power ups persist between worlds. That'd be interesting to see. But I think it's highly improbable. Like, it's so improbable that it might as well be impossible, as far as I could imagine it. But technically, it's one of those things that's very, very technically possible. Emphasis highly on the technically. Going for some of these greed plays too. Did you see me go out for those coins? Could have just been a dude that came running at me like that, like so, like this, but we're so in it, we're so focused in that zone. I gotta get off my high horse though. We're only in World 1 still. Lest we forget. They're about, oh man, full wave of pure... Okay, that was a little scary. I cannot lie, no word of a lie. We've gotten out of hairier situations than that. Okay. Good stuff. I feel like it might be... I'm gonna vary my strategy a little bit. This is usually a death knell, but I'm gonna rely on the fact that we can get up to enough money for the second damage upgrade by the time that we actually need it for World 3. I'm gonna hope anyway, hope and pray. Okay, that's a good nope. Okay, we'll let it ride. We messed up our cycle a little bit there. But at least we didn't die. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. Ooh, okay. Always a little scary when one of them gets loose like that. Come on, buddy. Oh, gosh. I thought he was about to cut me off the pass there for a second. Got him. All right. That is done. Grab the extra life just for posterity's sake. And away we go. Technically possible? Doesn't that mean that Blade could do it? I don't know. I don't think anything in Prairie King is seeded, so that's where Blade's sort of very technical videos like that really thrive, is that you can use seeds and RNG manipulation in order to get the things that you need. I don't know how transferable that is to Prairie King, because there's RNG involved, no doubt. I don't think it's seed. I don't think it relies on the seed in any capacity, and I don't know where the RNG values are derived for Prairie King. That'd be a conversation to have with Blade for sure, though. Stay on the angles. Stay on the angles. The diagonal angles, especially. Get that. Actually, I probably should have swapped that out for my other power-up, but it's fine. This is still going to help us immensely, obviously. I do feel like the fire rate upgrade was a good call at the end of the day. We really got to prioritize that money. We need to get to 30 gold before the end of... I'm going to do this. Before the end of the challenge, or not the end, before the end of the second world. If we want to have a hope in hell of a third world. Oh boy. Okay, it's fine. That's good. That's good. 15, we can manage that. Let's just take this and run. Don't need any of that, thank you, sir. I don't know if I'm going to get any use out of this whatsoever, but it's the thought that counts. Did you know if you press the spacebar, you can jump? I'm not falling for that one, Zombo. Good try, though. Can't deny that. Don't you want to see me succeed? Why would you dare troll me like this? Might as well tell me, hey, Argon, did you know you can skip to the final boss by pressing Alt F4? True facts? True facts, you guys? The hottest gameplay tips found nowhere else on the internet? You know, if you delete System 32, it actually just unlocks the Vector's Challenge achievement for you. You don't even have to play the game. And then a lot of these big guys. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I'm using these power-ups a little more liberally than I have in the past. I feel like that's wise, though. As long as we can get a decent, steady supply of power-ups, which we're not currently, but it only takes 1 or 2 drops to turn the tide. But I think in these worlds, it is better for us to invest in ourselves with those power-ups instead of saving them for the absolute worst-case scenarios. I think using them in just tight scenarios in general can be nice. We have gotten 2 5 coins on this run, which is actually insane. The odds on that have got to be pretty low. Alright. Please, sir, my kingdom for a power-up of any kind? Well, not like this kind, preferably, but I mean, it'll do. There are some power-ups that we don't include in any kind. They do come in handy, though. Every so often, you gotta be careful with their use case, though, because those nukes especially can eat into your power-up potential and your money potential. That's good. That's alright, too. The movement speed. I feel like if there's one thing I underrate in this game, it's definitely movement speed. I feel like it's huge. Like, the coffee can really be a lifesaver at the end of the day. That was closer than it had any right to be. Can't get me... Oh, okay. I was going to go for that 5 goal, or that 1 goal, but we got the 5. That's more money than we need. Now it's all just about survival. A little extra money wouldn't hurt to get some extra power-ups, like an actual movement speed upgrade from the shop. Could go a long way, like I was just talking about. That was a really, really lucky drop, I'm not even gonna lie. Okay. Grab that as well. Alright, perfect timing for this. We need that for our World 3. Alright. I'm gonna not look at chat too much. I haven't been glancing. I look in between levels sometimes. I'm not even gonna... I don't want to get psyched out here. World 2 boss. We've been here just a few times in our life. It's the same as the World 1 boss. We just need to be on our A game here. Let the music guide you. Let that lovely whistle carry you home. Think about the majesty that awaits you at the end of this. Being able to face off against Vector. Get home to your lovely, lovely maiden. Fairy King is not maidenless. It's a fact. We've seen the maiden with our own 2 eyes. And we will see her again in our deathless run today. That was almost the ticket. Okay, we got it. We got him. We got him. We frickin' got him. Grab it as an extra good life lucky charm. Okay. Rub the sweat off your hands. Get yourself in the right mind space. Away we go. World 3. Only been here a couple of times. Ooh. No sweat, no sweat. Those mummies are scary. The fact that we can kill the imps in one hit is critical. That's why we needed both damage upgrades. Otherwise, they take 2 hits, I'm pretty sure. We got that big power-up. We got the Sheriff's Star in our back pocket. Don't be afraid to use it. Monsters can be overwhelming at times. In fact, let's do it right now. And hopefully rely on getting another one in the near future here. I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way for much money anymore. I feel like no matter how much I get... Don't we only have like 1 visit to the shop left regardless, potentially? I don't remember. I don't remember if there's 1 or 2 visits left. Can't be afraid to stand somewhat close to the monsters, too. Like, obviously, you don't want to be too close to them, because that's how you lose, literally. But you also have to use your space effectively. Thank you for the perfect, like, suite of power-ups there. That was actually golden. Good start, good start. This is what I'm talking about when luck comes into huge factor here. Okay, we got... I'm going for movement speed upgrade. I think it does help, undeniably. Have we made it to level 2 of World 3 before? I don't know if we have. But we're here now. Let's not squander the opportunity. Okay. Use your power-ups. Use your power-ups to good effect. Don't sleep on the less than ideal power-ups either. Use the smoke bombs if you got them. Use the nukes. Use everything. It's not every day that you get a chance like this. I think this might be honestly the play, is just rely on the power-ups as much as possible and just hope that luck carries you to a solid victory. I'm not even worrying about money right now. I'm just going in. Okay, we're gonna nuke that. And then hopefully get another power up here from one of these guys. I mean, I say I'm not worrying about money, but how can you ignore a 5-piece when it drops? Literally impossible. Try to ignore the $5 coin in Prairie King Challenge 2022. Impossible. Okay. Gotta start working on this crowd up here. The imps are also scaring me. Give me that. In fact, give me the movement speed boost regardless. Okay. Okay, get me the heck out of dodge. I'm gonna swerve. Knock him out, knock him out. Okay, there's no more monsters spawning. We just have to survive. We just have to survive this wave. We got this. We got this. No sweat. No sweat, everybody. Alright, we got a live one. We officially got a live one. Is this the final level before Fector? I don't remember. I can't remember if there's one more after this or not. Either way, don't just focus on what you have to do. Don't think about Fector. Don't think about any of that noise. Focus on the fact that you just have to survive this. You just have to survive this onslaught. Silence in the auditorium, please. Need to focus for a minute here. Pardon me if I get a little quiet on the commentary side of things here. I'm just in the zone as much as possible. Holy crap. Okay, alright. Everybody chill out. Everybody freaking chill. Calm down, okay? Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Oh, okay. My fingers are literally electric right now. I freaking walked into a bullet and died immediately. Oh, are you kidding me? I got so inside my own head. Oh well, this is good practice at least. We'll finish this one off. We might as well at this point. That was nuts though. Did you some of those dodges in that last level? You kidding me? Are you kidding me? I really have to. This is where I need to focus more. Is on like I was looking too much at Fector when he was doing his bullets. I need to look at the bullets themselves. We could have had this. This could have been our moment for sure. That would have been devastating, but thankfully the pressure's at least off for now. We need more practice on the final boss. Obviously, clearly. Maybe we should just get here more often and just... Alright. It was a valiant effort, to say the least. Like, holy crap. That last level was beyond impressive, dude. Thank you. I could feel... Like, I activated my truest gamer instincts in that last level. When all those imps came swarming in from literally every direction, I was like... You have to do or die. There's no... There wasn't a stream, there wasn't Chloe, there wasn't anything else involved in this entire frickin' challenge. There was me and the bats. And the imps, rather. Just the imps in my keyboard, and that was all that existed in the world at that moment. Not the Factors Challenge attempt that we wanted, necessarily, but having that extra practice on the final boss... Pretty huge. Pretty huge. I think I can go to bed happy with that one. We'll do a little extra charcoal to end things off. Oh man, okay. But that just goes to show we're not far off. We just need that sort of luck and that sort of dial, that sort of focus. Furthest you've ever gotten by a long shot, by a long shot. I don't know if there's... I don't know how much farther we can get without actually having a successful attempt. Anyways, we're off to bed. Both in the game and in real life. Did Chloe play with wood on her head? Yeah, she was just holding the wood, all that big stack of wood over her head with one hand and playing the game with the other one. That's what makes it even more impressive. For now, though, that was quite the spectacle to end things on. I'm glad you were all here for that. Thank you. Check the wine. I'll check it next stream. No worries. Thank you for looking out for me, though, Katie. You know what? Just because you've been kind enough to point it out to me, let's not end on a cliffhanger here. Not quite done yet. Pretty close, though. It's gonna be... It'll be next stream for sure that it's done. So, anyway. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. If you did, please leave a like down below. It really does help the channel out. Subscribe if you want to be notified the next time we go live, which will be Tuesday. Same time, same place as always. Until we change our stream schedule next week, there's going to be... I'll probably have a post on my community tab after Tuesday's stream in order to explain what's going on. Because Friday's stream is also going to be moved to Saturday, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely positive yet, but I might have to do that. I'll inform you of all of that next time, though. And if you want to be notified, yeah, so subscribe or join the Discord, !Discord and chat. There's a Discord link in the description as well for all the VOD watchers. Take care, everybody. Oh, man. My fingers are actually still, like I'm legit shaking with the nerves that were flying at the end of that Prairie King run. I need to take some time to cool down before I go to bed here. I'm not gonna be able to sleep until like an hour or two from now. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'm gonna send you off with the fan art compilation, as I always do. This is Argon Matrix, signing out. Thank you, and good night.